Hello, and welcome back once again to Doomed. Not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Now, of course, I say not so solo because today I am joined once again by our other lead investigator, so to speak, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello, the Crosshair. How you doing?
Laid back, sipping on some gin and juice, with resources on my mind.
Gin and juice. I like that. I'm having gin and other bubbly drink. Not champagne. I just a soda. It's also quite delicious.
The classic gin pain.
The gin pain, exactly. Interestingly enough, something we're also going to be suffering from on today's stream, gin pain. I can only assume.
Yep.
Yep. As always, as we go through the stream, I'll probably ask people to take a look. But if there's anything, audio-wise that seems a little out of whack or whatever, just let me know. I'm happy to adjust things. Like, for example, the music is going to come down a little bit. But we're looking good. I think because we still have, setup and an interlude and a whole bunch to read, I think I'm going to jump right in and have a look. If you're watching this on the VOD, reminder, of course, down below in the description, there's a link to the moment where we're going to start the actual scenario after all the setup, if you don't need any context. Last time on Doomed, Dexter Drake, Jenny Barnes, William Dyer, and a whole bunch of other Miskatonic investigator survivors, whatever, made it to the Antarctic with the German Reich that they came with. I'm just rereading this here. Yeah, the BFE camp is what they were looking for. That's the old abandoned German camp in Antarctica. They got there first, unfortunately, and then Dexter and Jenny decided to decided basically to attack the camp to drive them off. And Crosshair, what happened after that? Thought you might want to tell us.
Well, the Dexter succumbed to the cold. Jenny basically, with the help of Leo DeLuca, the Northern Lion, the greatest investigator ever, basically took down and shoot off the Reich.
Yeah, basically. Shooed them off, yes.
Took down a armored combat blimp with a rifle.
Yeah, that's the detail I wanted to really hone in on. Despite a fellow investigator kind of being frostbitten almost to death, or at least, Jenny pressed on with Leo DeLuca, picked up a nice big old anti-tank rifle, and just shot down that blimp. That was pretty wild, Crosshair. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, and she avoided death a couple of times, but got it done.
Cheat death. Cheat death. It worked. It was excellent.
Literally.
Literally, and yeah, exactly, right? So now, if I am reading our campaign notes right, the Germans recovered 5 pieces of evidence from this camp, but they retreated because, Jenny exploded their blimp. And so they've taken off for now. We've still got people missing. We've still got tools and supplies and various things stolen. So potentially agents of the Star Chamber are here, but we are now investigating this old German camp that has been buried beneath the snows of Antarctica. I'm going to jump in and do the interlude. Are we good to just kind of jump in and see where we're at?
Yep.
All right. Interlude 3, The Trial. In conclusion, the proposed expedition must not be approved. Thank you. Dyer resumed his seat. The small panel of academics, mostly from Miskatonic University's geology department, looked on, appearing unimpressed. Now come, Professor Dyer, said Dean Armitage, chair of the proceedings. Your objection is based on a tale most extraordinary, but the evidence on offer is not commensurate. Armitage thumped the freshly printed manuscript in front of him, which sat next to a thick and disordered notebook of scribblings and drawings. "We were promised photographs, many photographs in fact, but at least one would have been ideal. And instead we only have your sketches." "As I told you, the photographs were stolen!" shouted Dyer. "I don't know if it was poor Danforth or some third party who realized their value. Surely that only further proves my point. Photographs of Antarctica are hardly worth the bother of stealing unless they depict something truly incredible." "But William," interjected Professor Moore. Moore was a younger man than Dyer, an ex-student in fact, now a respected geologist in his own right. "We only have your word that they existed at all. I don't mean to accuse you of lying." "And yet what else can your insinuation mean?" "I don't mean to accuse you of lying. Your experience with Lake and the others was truly horrifying. God knows Danforth may never recover, and while you are obviously a good deal more lucid than he to spin such a yarn, why, it resembles nothing more than the sort of astounding story one might read in a magazine." Dyer looked down. "I admit that it must seem fanciful to one who did not witness the events themselves." He looked up. "But consider the accuracy of the text itself. Are the details not recorded with utmost precision? Do the early chapters strike you as the work of a madman? Why, then, should you doubt the part that is harder to believe?" "Professor Dyer," said Armitage, "no one doubts your geological expertise. Why, I expect that even were you in Danforth's state, you could hold your own on the subject of pre-Cambrian strata, but that is not in and of itself enough to make your word beyond question." Armitage removed his glasses and rubbed his eyes. "William, nobody here is your enemy. We want to believe you. God knows I have seen things in my time to make me question the most basic assumptions about our place on this earth. But what you ask of us, even if we agree and we put a stop to this expedition, what then? Do you mean to halt all exploration of that continent?" "Yes, if I must." "Ah, William, this is not even the only expedition departing the USA this year. As our esteemed visitor can attest, Germany is organizing an expedition of their own. Is that not so, Dr. Falcon?" The German geologist, a small man wearing round-rimmed glasses over his kindly face, nodded. "Indeed, Professor Armitage, it was the purpose of my visit to confer with Professors Dyer and Moore for my own little jaunt. To find these proceedings is something of a surprise." "I have no choice, William," said Professor Armitage. "This university cannot possibly make a large-scale financial decisions based on the hearsay of one man, no matter how esteemed or experienced." "So I stormed out. So I started blasting," says Dyer, concluding his story. "And Moore went on his little excursion. Damn him, damn me for telling him all that and getting him even more excited. Armitage was right, of course. I can't stop the whole world from coming. So here we are. We save humanity from whatever doom is planned for it, or we die trying." Hear, hear.
Roll credits.
Roll credits. Yeah. There it is. Proceed to scenario 4. Frostbound Cenotaph. Okay, so I mean we're getting a picture of the what's the word I'm looking for? The conflict between William Dyer and the other professors and academics at Miskatonic University. Interesting. Oh, got a cat coming to join me here. Oh, no, she's just looking. That's fine. Scenario 4. The Barsmeyer Falcon base camp that you have been searching for all this time finally lies before you. It's a sturdy complex, far more permanent than the tents and pits of the Anna Elba expedition you've left behind. 4 large, intentionally sunken buildings lie at the 4 corners of a square, with submerged tunnels cutting through the snow between them. 2 years ago, half the expedition were wiped out by something that was never reported or recorded by the survivors. The base was abandoned then, and although parts of the connecting tunnels have collapsed, from the outside it looks to be in good shape. Somewhere inside, there must be a clue or record of what happened here. Check the campaign log. If the Germans recovered pieces of evidence from the BFE camp, which they did, they recovered 5, the Anna Elba arrived first, before being driven off by the Storm. The Storm, of course, is Jenny's name for her gun.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. The wall of the North Tunnel has been cut open and carefully covered over. You begin your investigation there. Setup instructions. So we begin play at the North Tunnel. We place horror on the Stygian Rat, and then proceed to additional setup. Check the campaign log. If the Germans recovered pieces of evidence, apply each of the following effects, up to and including the number of pieces of evidence recovered.
Oh dear.
Yeah, this is less good for sure, because it's all 5, whatever they are. The Anna Elbe clearly made an effort to start carefully clearing the site and reinforced the North Tunnel. Place a doom on Agenda 1A.
Great.
All right.
I'll just...
Thank you. If at least 2 pieces of evidence were collected, right? The packed snow in the tunnel has been thoroughly disturbed. If there was anything here, the Anna Elbe took it. Do not place clues on the North Tunnel location when you reveal it. So we'll just remember that for when we open it up.
No.
Lying in the...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry? Oh, yeah.
Please. Anyway.
All good. Lying in the snow is part of an arm, still fresh. The wound seems to have been caused by a strong acid. Each investigator takes a horror. Straight up. That's nice. Before we've even started the scenario. Great. Calvin would be happy. Towards the east end of the tunnel is a massive thing. It doesn't seem to be moving. Oh, place an additional 1 per investigator horror on the Stygian enemy at the North Tunnel. Ah, okay, Crosshair. So it says enemy. It doesn't say the rat anymore. Implying that maybe it gets switched out.
Yeah, we should switch out to the Hound then.
That sounds like a plan. I'll explain to the viewers momentarily what's happening, but I'll pull out. So this is a Stygian rat here in the tunnels. It's inexorable, which means we'll look up the keyword later, but it means it can't be defeated, basically. But you can, if you hit it hard enough, it just sort of stays down for a while. If this enemy has at least 2 horror on it, which it does, remove 2 horror, replace it with a set-aside Stygian Hound. Thank you. But they enter play... we'll reread this momentarily. And then we're going to put 2 horror on this thing, whatever it is. This is the Stygian Hound. Also inexorable, which means it can't be defeated. It can just be punched hard enough to knock it down for a bit. If it has 3 horror on it, remove 3 horror from it, and flip it. That doesn't sound good. No. And finally, around the still creature are a number of odd items. Belt buckles, pieces of metal equipment, shell casings, but no clothing and no bodies. You realize that there are at least 5 soldiers' worth of equipment here. Add a cultist token to the Chaos Bag for the remainder of the campaign. That's always the worst. The worst. I do love... The Chaos Bag is such an important part of how Arkham operates, and the campaign's way of interacting with it by saying, oh, do a bad thing, get a bad token, or do a good thing, remove a bad token, or whatever. It's very exciting to me. Weirdly enough, I think the sort of the campaign that's probably the most beloved in the official FFG catalog, which is Path to Carcosa. I think most people really love it. That campaign adds tokens to the bag at random, basically. It just says oh, if you did a thing, you get these tokens today. If you did a thing, you get these tokens. It's very odd. It's a very odd way of doing it, but it contributes to the chaos.
Yeah, and a nice storytelling.
Which is great. Okay, flipping and replacing. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but basically, when a card is flipped or replaced, what happens depends on whether the type of card changes. So if an enemy is flipped or replaced by another enemy, it doesn't enter or leave play. Tokens and attachment remain with the new card. If the type changes, so if an enemy is replaced by a story asset or whatever, the old card does leave play, the new card does count as entering play, tokens and attachments are removed, and the card enters play in the location of the old card. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. That's it. Whew. We'll take a quick look. Yes, Crosshair, that's a good point. I'll look at those. We're looking at the map here. This is the 4 corners of the base with tunnels in between, although we don't, again, really know what they are yet. Nope. There's 2 treacheries that start in play and cannot leave play. One of them is cold. While a location has 1 or more lamps or an attached fire treachery, it loses the cold trait. What does cold do? Investigators at locations without the cold trait may ignore the effects of cold treacheries. So if something cold hits you but you're in a warm place, obviously you're unaffected. Stygian enemies at cold locations cannot move unless instructed to do so by a treachery card.
So yeah, no lamps, enemies don't move.
So that's interesting because I almost wonder whether it's worth turning off lights or turning off heat sources or whatever, right, if we can, to sort of block enemies. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
There's also a treachery here in play called Dark, and then it similarly can't leave play. While it has one or more lamps or an attached fire treachery, it's no longer dark. You can ignore the effects of dark treacheries if you're at a place that doesn't say dark, but investigators at dark locations cannot discover clues. So you must light the lamps or set something on fire to discover clues.
Yeah, and when you set up a lamp, then the enemies can move.
Exactly, because they can
from
follow you.
there.
Which seems quite thematic, actually. Okay. And then I'm going to quickly jump over here to Agenda 1A and Act 1A, and then I think we'll be ready to jump in.
Yep.
Agenda 1A, Inert Witnesses. At the east end of the tunnel, you notice a large rat or dog pressed up against the metal door. Very good. On closer inspection, its head is actually pressed flat against the surface as if it had melted against it. The whole creature is bizarrely misshapen, and its pitch black, featureless body is completely motionless. Although it is frozen still, something about it is grotesquely offensive to the senses. A crawling sensation warns you to hurry. 6 doom, we already start with 1. Stygian enemies enter play exhausted. They cannot ready, they can't be affected by player cards, they can't be damaged, they can't be engaged, they can't be moved. You can't do anything to them, and they don't do anything to you. That's the game.
They're popsicles.
They're popsicles, exactly, they're frozen.
Stygian popsicles.
Yeah. Act 1A, Empty Passages. Otherwise, the camp is as silent as a mausoleum. Narrow, icy tunnels stretch off into the darkness, leading to more frozen rooms. There's no obvious sign of what happened, and there are no bodies. Each oil lamp's location, that's a trait on some of the locations, it gains free trigger. During your turn, you can spawn 2 lamps on this location. Action, remove a lamp. You may spend a resource to remove an additional lamp.
Yeah.
So we can freely turn lamps on, but you have to take time to turn them off, which is very interesting. 2 clues to advance.
Yeah, and as Weirdness says, tastes like horror. Just like Mom used to make.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, Weirdness, I didn't actually see those last 2 things, but I see them now. I don't know why I didn't catch up on them. Anyway, it's all good. Sometimes the chatbot doesn't want to lag a little bit. Let's see. We're starting the North Tunnel with this hound. To the east is the offices. Below that is the generator room where William Dyer is currently located, which is exciting. Below that is the barracks. To the west, the South Tunnel. To the west of that is the medical facility. Below the South Tunnel are the dog tunnels. Horrible. Up here on the west side, radio room, and above that, the hangar. But we don't know what those places are. We just know we need 2 clues, and you can't discover clues if a place is dark, so we need lamps. Great, done. Boom.
Yeah, and we don't spawn clues to the North Tunnel because things.
Correct, right. So when we flip it over, it might try, and then we'll stop it from doing so. No problem, Weirdness. I am very excited. Crosshair, I love a good creepy scenario, a good haunted house scenario. Makes me happy.
Yep, this is certainly creepy, and if this was a video game, I wouldn't play it. So.
But it's not. Well, I suppose technically it's a video game, but it's. Yeah, if you ever need to leave for any reason, you just let me know. But I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, like horror in Arkham is fine. It's more like Cabin in the Woods horror than actual horror.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's very fair. Let's do it. I think it's time. We're gonna draw our opening hands. Let's get doomed. Naturally, we have our ability to mulligan as well. Ooh, I like this a lot. I'm only gonna mulligan one card. Oh, that's a good mull. That's a really good mulligan. Yeah.
This is good, these are all good, and do you want to hate me straight from the start?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, you could potentially let me go first, and then we'll talk about that. Hello, Peace Sklardicus, and welcome to Doomed.
You know what card I have in my hand.
I have a guess. I have a strong guess. Peace Sklardicus, this is scenario 4 of the fan-made campaign Betrayal at the Mountains of Madness, which, of course, was made before the current campaign Edge of the Earth, which is actually also based on Mountains of Madness. We're exploring a German base beneath the snow. We're just starting, though, so nothing's happened yet.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that then. Oh, cool. That was almost a perfect draw. Okay.
Good. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Well, ooh, my music stopped. Oh, no, it hasn't. It's fine. It was just starting the track called Pile of Bones. Classic.
Yes. But I guess this is us getting doomed.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, that's about it, basically. I am... Oh, yes?
Yeah, we are in an underground facility in the Antarctic trying to find evidence of things and not die.
Spooky things. Yeah, well, so Crosshair, I don't have to necessarily, but I do have quite a few things that I can kind of do all at once on my first turn. If that's okay, I can go first, and then it will also assist. It will help you.
Yep, go for it.
I promise. Okay, so the North Tunnel. A tunnel approximately 80 feet in length runs from east to west across the north side of the base. The walls and floor seem to have been constructed from packing crates, which have since frosted over. Oil lamps intermittently line the walls to the west, but to the east, all of the lamps have been smashed, and though there is glass and metal on the floor, there is no sign of oil. No clues because of no clues because of the setup. But it has one shroud, 0 lamps, and an action to resign. This place can keep its secrets. That's actually great. We can get the heck out of here, which I love.
Yeah, and you know what card I have.
Well, if we find it. But I hope so. Yes, please.
I have the one card that I probably will use in this scenario.
Please do. All right, well, okay, so here's what's going to happen. Dexter and Jenny have ventured down. They've got their, various people who have come with them. The Stygian dog, or hound, or whatever it is a very strange beast, but I think Dexter realizes that probably what's going to be the most important aspect of getting out of here is going to be speed. They want to get in, find what they need to find, and get out. So to that end, he focuses his mental powers, and I'm going to spend an action to play Haste for free. This is Dexter's ability to channel his sort of dexterity and energy into moving quickly. So after you perform the same type of action twice in a row, exhaust it, take another action of that type again, which, watch this, because it's about to get pretty wild. I'm going to play Faustian Bargain. So I think using this power is a bit of a deal with the devil, but... Oh, sorry. What the heck? Oh, yeah, please.
Ah, yeah. Go.
This is a bit of a deal with the devil, but Dexter's willing to make it if he can get in and get out quickly. I am going to give myself 2 resources, and I'm going to give Jenny 3 resources, because I feel like you probably want some to start.
Yeah.
It might be useful. It might be useful. You never know. Then taking a deep breath, which is a grounding action. This is fast. This is 4 out of 8, Peace Clardicus. 4 out of 8, I think? 4 out of 10?
Or 9.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't-
Oh, geez, you're right.
I don't know how the part A and part B work, but
I'm not
this is
sure
4
either.
out of 9.
4 out of 9, it looks like. Yes, we're about halfway, I think. Grounded is a fast action, but we're going to use haste to play another card fast as well, which is Curtis Whately, baby! So Dexter's, going to sort of essentially channel his power quickly and summon forth, so to speak, one of the people who arrived with him, Curtis Whately from Dunwich. Majoring in parapsychology, he is going to be Dexter's eyes and ears down here. Finally, I do have an action left, which is incredible because of haste, so I'm going to use it, Crosshair, if you don't mind. I'm going to move, unless that does something bad for you.
I don't need you here. No.
Incredible. All right. Sounds good. So Dexter, knowing that there are smashed things to the east, I'm going to explore to the west. The hangar. The tunnel opens into a dark, cavernous space here. Whoops, that's the wrong button. That was the wrong button. I'm going to delete that. That was a cultist token. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. The hangar is a 2-shroud, 4-clue location with Victory 1. Like the rest of the base, this huge space has been constructed from tightly packed blocks of snow, but here they are plainly visible rather than covered with spare pieces of packing material. Ice-covered racks no longer hold the tools and spare parts that were stored here. And I'm gonna free action to put 2 lamps on this location.
No. I'm
Yeah.
just curious about the uses in parentheses 0 lamps. What that means, but
That's a good, yeah. If I think of like weapons, in Arkham they all have uses blank ammo on them, right? 4 ammo or X ammo or whatever. If
Yeah.
it says 0, I think it just means it enters play with none, but that it can have some added. Is kind of how I see that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna light the lamps in here, and the gentle glow brings Dexter a little bit of relief, perhaps.
Yeah, and Jenny's just hanging around with the Stygian Hound. What a curious thing this is.
Yeah, what the heck is this?
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Jenny,
It's over to
Jenny.
you.
So, Jenny's staring at this Stygian Hound. And she inches closer and closer just to see, like, is it a cute little puppy or is it something dangerous?
Oh, God.
Because, as always, Jenny delves too deep.
She's ready to jump in. Turn 1, action 1, delve too deep. Incredible.
Yep.
All
It's
right.
yours first.
Yep, thanks. I will. I mean, I just hope it's not like you die. Trackless darkness. Now, it's a dark treachery, which I think means I can ignore it. But I'm going to just read it anyway. I'll read it, so that we know what it is. Revelation. Attach this card to the nearest location without a copy of this card attached to it. Your location can be the nearest. Forced. After the last investigator leaves this location, discard it. As an additional cost to leave it, you must spend 1 action. So the darkness, of course, is starting to consume Dexter around him.
Oh yeah. You do attach it because it's not a treachery.
It is. Is it not?
No.
I think it should be just...
it is.
Yeah. Whee! And then I'm at a location without the dark trait because I have a lamp. So I'm going to ignore the effect of a dark treachery.
Yeah, but you still attach it, I think.
It's a good question, actually. I guess... Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you can ignore it, but it still attaches, I think. But you don't have to pay an extra action.
Oh, you can ignore the effects. Oh, of course. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, it doesn't cancel the revelation. It just means that I just ignore the effect of the card. The effect of the card is spend an action, but I'm not going to. Okay, I understand. Because it's not dark. It's not actually dark. Okay, great. Please.
Yeah.
Dexter thinks
quite dark.
how dark it would be otherwise.
Yeah. So now...
Thank you. That
Jenny
was a
gets
very
to do
long
the
way to
thing.
go for that question.
Well, this is even a deeper darkness.
Oh, sure. Ooh.
Attach this card to the... Well, the hound is pretty dark, and the tunnels are dark, and everything is really, really dark.
Everything's dark.
Jenny comes to this realization. And the revelation is attach this card to the closest location with clues without a copy of this card attached. Which is your location.
Sure. That's great.
But it's a dark treachery, so...
Okay, so same thing, I guess.
Yeah. If the attached location has no clues, discard this card. As an additional cost to investigate, pay 1 resource.
Okay.
But because it's lit up, it has no effect.
For now, if my lamps go out for any reason, that would be bad news.
Yeah. But that's one experience.
That's a free XP. I mean, essentially. That's
basically
pretty good.
But
yes.
I still have...
Yes, of course you do. I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, you've done your whole turn. No, that was the first thing you did. Yes, please go ahead.
Then Dexter might not have noticed, but Mandy Thompson also joined them.
Oh, it's everyone from Miskatonic University down here.
Yeah, everyone wants peace. And Andy is very, she knows the... well, actually, let's hold on to that, because I'm gonna use one of the stones straight away.
Ooh.
Just to check if I can find something better.
Mandy, of course, as it says here, is a researcher who spent 10 years documenting the dream journeys of Luke Robinson. We also have access to our good friend Rita Young. I'm really just enjoying that a lot of the investigators that happen to have been played on Doomed before are making a return in this campaign. It feels like a whole expanded universe. Which is kind of fun.
Okay, let's go with that one. Cool.
All right.
So, Mandy brought some supplies with her.
Guns.
Also,
I wonder.
Also, her keen sense of investing in this expedition.
Nice.
And let's put a supply.
Well, we haven't seen investments yet, have we? Jenny's investments.
Nope. Yeah. Jenny is very... she has a way with resources, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And this will pay off at some point.
Yeah, you can choose when, basically, but to get up to 10, it takes 10 turns, theoretically, which is maybe a long time. But maybe we have that kind of time, who knows?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have time for it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Dexter is exploring the no longer dark hangar, but the hangar that could be very frightening if it were. Jenny is still in the dark tunnel with the Stygian Hound, but it is currently frozen, as it were. So nothing happens.
Frozen puppet.
And we move into Upkeep.
And in Upkeep, straight away, I'm gonna use Mandy's second.
Yeah, you can absolutely use it immediately. Yeah, after readying, I'm sure there's a free trigger window in there somewhere. Yeah. It's fine.
Let me just set these. No, I
And
still
now
don't
she's a
want
meat shield.
Ugh. Damn. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Got something
Cool.
exciting, I hope.
Yep.
Jenny Barnes, Mandy
also-
Thompson, and your investments.
I don't think it's wrong to say that also in the top 6 cards I had both my weaknesses.
Yo! That's not wrong to say. That's just a little terrifying. So, here we are. We've just started exploring, but we've had a good setup. Things are starting to come to fruition. But of course, this is the mythos phase. The fun time, although we've seen a bit of what the, world has to offer. We go to 2 out of 6 Doom, and we each draw an encounter card. Mine is also Deeper Darkness. Attach this card to the, closest location with clues without a copy if you can't against Surge. Okay, so no Deeper Darkness. It's going to Surge. Below 0. Hazard, cold. Okay, so, I'm not in a cold location. Let me just make sure I get this right. Yeah?
Yeah. It's not cold because there's a lamp.
I may ignore the effects, but you still have to do the revelation, I would assume. Test Book 3. If you fail, test Combat 3. If you fail again, do the effect, but I can ignore the effect.
Yeah, I'd assume so. So that can trigger.
That's kind of my thought.
Curtis.
I'm still going to take the... Oh, also, it potentially triggers the bad stuff tokens if I draw them, right? So... Yeah, I'm going to ignore the effect if I fail, but I'm going to do it. Because it's no longer below 0. Okay, I'm going to test Book 2 to 3. That's bad. That's a fail. That's fine. Not a big deal. And then Combat 3 to 3. It's a good thing, Crosshare?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not cold in here. I think Dexter maybe feels a chill on the air, and Curtis Waitley is sort of looking around, thinking to himself, or perhaps saying out loud, how the cold down here seems unnatural somehow. That's it.
That went. Oh, right. My
These
turn.
lamps seem good.
The Stygian Rat.
You boy.
You can just. Besides the Hound, there's also a rat. Frozen. Frozen solid.
Just not moving, just doing its own thing.
Yep.
That's okay.
Jenny is thinking, I should probably leave this place.
Yep, I'm gonna try to get these clues eventually, and yeah. What say you? We're back around to us.
Yeah, you could go because I don't have any real plan, but I have a plan.
Well, I don't have a ton to do. I think Dexter is... This hangar is essentially empty, even with the lamps lit. There's not much happening. I think he's going to... What I'm going to do is draw cards and then use haste to draw another card, which feels good. But also, I think Dexter's looking for something to help him figure it out. So I will draw once. That's great. I will draw again, which lets me haste to draw a third time. Oh, hello, the eyes of Tammy Faye. Welcome to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Is that your vampire voice?
I guess so.
I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, eyes. Tuesday nights, of course, I stream in character, but Saturdays, Doomed is just me and the Crosshair. Or sometimes just... Anyway, you understand.
Yeah.
Now, what am I going to do here? I want to start doing my investigating, so I think what I'm going to do last action, Crosshair, is Dexter brought along with him the initiate into the arcane, the person who sort of pegged him as a mystic on the ship, the person who was like, "Ooh, teach me your ways" or whatever. And she's been doing further research into, well, the arcane, and hopefully she and Curtis can dig something up. So just free trigger, I'm going to search the top 3 cards of my deck for a spell and draw it, hoping that there's something here that's useful. I will take that, and I'll be able to get rid of that very shortly, which I think will be nice. And that's me. I'll just also say, Eyes of Tammy Faye, thank you very much. I had a lot of fun. It was a very long day, but it was a good time.
What was your second action?
My second action was to draw a second time.
But isn't that free?
No, it's after you take the same action twice, you can haste for a third.
Oh.
So I drew 3 and played 1, which was pretty wild.
Yeah, I thought it meant that you can do an action, then do it again, but it's do 2 actions, then do a third one. Okay.
Still pretty good, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, Jenny Barnes. So basically Dexter's just standing there being like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Well, the North Tunnel is getting a bit crowded. You know, there's a Hound, there's a Rat, there's Jenny, there's Mandy. But there's also Delilah.
Yeah, it's a lot happening there. Oh, hey, Delilah.
Just appearing from the shadows. Like, Sheldon, O'Banion, don't care, just as long as I get paid.
Yes, a syndicate assassin. What a badass.
Yeah, old friend of Jenny's.
Sure.
Also, I'm gonna add another... Actually, can I change that to... Nope, of course not.
There used to be a way to... No, you're right. Oh well.
But yeah, also bringing more intel and more resources into the party.
I feel like Jenny's just gonna have this whole like gang, this gaggle of people around her as she walks around through the tunnels.
Yeah, if she ever leaves the tunnels. Second action, this whole group of chuckle persons.
Persons, yes.
It's over to the officers, because officers usually mean resources.
Fair.
A simple metal door at the end of the tunnel blocks entrance to the rest of the base.
Boop. Oh.
Well, the long, low building in this corner of the base has been partitioned into an administrative office and a small library.
That's not bad. Seems...
This shroud for clue.
Doesn't seem that spooky to me.
Nope. And we're gonna light some lamps.
Yes.
Straight away, because nobody likes the dark.
Nope.
And you have to investigate the place anyway.
Exactly, and you can't if it's dark. Am I right?
Yeah. And cold.
And cold. There you go. So we've got some lamps on the place. Sounds good.
And, well, I don't know.
Oh.
Pick out her
incredible.
It's a vessel of good and evil, and with this group of people, good and evil is kind of I mean, Jenny is questionable at best with her morals, and Mandy, well, she knows a lot of things, and Delilah is just straight up an assassin, so...
That's it, I think, yeah. I mean, I also love that it's this, like, wonderful, like, female crew, you know?
Yeah, it's like the DC movie, what was it? With Harley Quinn and...
Yeah, Birds of Prey. Oh!
Yeah.
Reading aloud, hello and good night. It's wonderful to see you. Welcome to Doomed, and goodbye from Doomed. This is the Crosshair.
Hello, night. Goodbye.
Nailed it. Great.
But yeah, Birds of Prey, there's Harley, of course, and Jenny, I guess, is... God, yeah, I can't remember the names.
I can't remember the names of any of them.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
And I should know them, but oh
I
well.
should probably watch it again, to be honest.
And 2. That's a second one.
Yes,
But yeah.
of course, yeah. Well, so
Anyway.
that's that, I guess, right? We'll, that's it. We'll proceed to the enemy phase, but everything's frozen, so we go straight to Upkeep, where we upkeep. That's what I was looking for. Boom, baby.
And I'll exhaust investments.
Nice.
Straight up.
Right. Yes, after your Upkeep, yeah, of course. Perfect.
Yeah.
So we go to 3, actually 4 out of 6 Doom, but the Arcane Initiate, whatever her name is, Bobby? Anyway, she's gonna be leaving us soon. She's not gonna die. She's just not really gonna hang around. Of course, Dexter and Jenny have split up, but they've each got their little teams that they're taking through the tunnels. Let's see what plagues them next, shall we?
More dark things.
A Stygian Rat.
Of course.
Again, so this will spawn at my location, but it is still... All of these enemies are exhausted. They can't do anything. We can't do anything to them, so nothing happens here. It's getting concerning that there's so many, but, you know.
Tools and equipment.
Ooh. Oh, that's less good.
Red area. When you play an ascent, take 1 frost damage, but not if I'm in a warm place.
Because it's a cold treachery, you're right. Interesting. Yeah, I guess... Yeah, sorry, tell me.
You have to get rid of it at some... Maybe. Maybe not.
Dark, hello. Welcome to Doomed. We're just mid-scenario 4 of a fan-made campaign, and I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Excellent. We've got Dark here in the chat. We'll do a little summary if you need, but otherwise, we're just in the dark, but we're lighting lamps. There you go.
That's about it. With a whole cavalcade of people.
Yeah, everyone's got so many allies. Ooh, going to Gen Con, Dark. That is exciting. What are your plans at Gen Con? Okay, Crosshair, it's back around to us. Seems good.
I think clues?
Yeah. Sorry, did you say you could close? Is that what you said?
Clues.
Oh, clues. Yeah. I say go for it. I'm going to try to do the same thing. Exactly, weirdness. They're going to be very scary soon.
Yeah, you don't mind if I go first or...
No, not at all. Please. No issues.
I'll just on the Eye of Jinn then.
Yay!
Oh. 1, 2.
Perfect.
That's a clue.
Seems good.
It's a 3 on 2 if I want. Actually, that doesn't cost anything. Yeah. Well, Jenny obviously feels that this library is an easy mark.
Mm-hmm. I mean, sure, why not? There's tons to get in the library.
Cool. And then I guess I'll just going and try with the 3 on 2.
Less good. Ooh.
Place 1 horror on the nearest Stygian. Now, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to put it on the rat or the dog?
Well, so the dog will flip, but we don't know what that means, which maybe means we should do it just to see, but also, yes, I agree with you. It seems less scary.
It's not.
Dark is going to be doing the big multiplayer Arkham campaign, taking your boyfriend, first big vacation together. These are all excellent things. And checking out a LARP. I can't speak to the experience of LARPs at Gen Con, but I know there's a lot of them. I did some RPG testing at Gen Con last time we went, and it was awesome. So many cool people there. I love Gen Con, and frankly, Dark, I'm jealous of AF. Whoa.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
and
no, it's a great
also
place. Sorry.
Also, weirdness. We don't talk about the end of nap time.
It's like Fight Club. We just don't talk about it. Okay. So then I think Dexter is starting to get a sense of what he wants to do here in the hangar to try to, see if there's any more information. But of course he's going to consult the powers that be. That's our friend Bobby here, the Arcane Initiate, just to see if she's developed any more research. And she has, which you'll love to see. Take that. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so during your turn, discard an asset you control, play an asset with a different title from your hand, reducing its cost by 1 once per round, which I am going to do. Dexter is going to presto changeo and essentially transform. He's going to send this woman back up to the surface to sort of keep watch, but going to provide himself, so that cost me 2. He's going to provide himself with his powers of divination. This is essentially, Dexter's ability to sort of focus his mental prowess, as it were. Okay. Let me think about this for a moment here.
By the way, did you notice that you can also put horror on the initiate?
I did see that. Yeah, I was wondering whether that would be a better idea, because then I could keep her around forever. But I kind of wanted to ditch her just so I could get a free play action, because I don't know if that's good, to be honest. I just think it's kind of fun. But my assistant will be disappearing. Poof. And now I have divination. Poof. All right, let's get some clues, Crosshair. Let's do it. The way we're going to get clues, of course, before divining, Dexter realizes he needs more information about the place. So he's going to head straight towards the other end of the building, straight towards the darkest part of the room, just to see what he can do. I'm ignoring the effects of dark treacheries because there's lamps lit. So I'm going to draw into the flame, draw the top card of the encounter deck, and discover 2 clues at your location. So I will. Oh, it's below 0, which again is a cold treachery, which I'm also ignoring the effects of, but I'm going to test because I still have to test. 2 to 3? Nope. 3 to 3? What's that? Is that good? Ooh! Resolve the star effect. So that's a success. Okay. Resolve the star effect. You may return an asset from your play area to your hand. You may return an asset from your play area to your hand. I don't want to. Then draw a card. Wait.
Yeah, and then you draw a card from Curtis.
And I draw a card from Curtis. Okay, cool. That feels pretty good. Okay. Wow, that was a lot. So 2 clues. I think Dexter is realizing, for some reason, this wide open space and all of the, it just seems to sort of tap into his limitless power. I really think that Dexter Drake's journey through Antarctica is going to be the one where he discovers all of the things that he can do with his powers, and the reasons why might not be important, but that's what he's going to try to do. My second action, before we advance or do anything crazy like that, Crosshair, I'm going to investigate using divination. I'm going to use willpower. I get +1 skill value. I get a +1 from grounded. Investigating at 7. And I'm going to try to grab a couple clues. Great. 7 minus 3. 2 more clues. Now, do I want to... Oh, and there's no clues on the location, so I'm discarding this dark thing. This is staying. Last action. Do I move on and light some more lamps? Or is it bad for us to be far away from each other, do you think?
Or do you want to stay there, then next turn take out the lamps because you're done with that place, and then move?
And then move on. That's a good point. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I should have spent two from divination here, because I discovered 2 clues. Huzzah!
Ah.
Yeah, I am. That's a great point. I'm gonna stay. So, I'm just trying to think of. I need more arcane slots. That's what I need. I'm going to take a resource because I think I'm going to need more resources. There we go. Boom. Not bad. Pretty effective. Pretty effective.
So far.
So far, so good. I think we're going to try to advance as well, right? See what happens.
At the start of our...
Yeah. Not right. Good God. So, Dexter's discovering his powers in the hangar. Jenny is discovering clues in the office. Her investments are coming to fruition. And we move into the upkeep phase.
I'm just gonna put another resource on the investment.
You love to see it. And then we're going to go to 4 out of 6 Doom, and we'll draw some encounter cards. It's interesting. It's a very small encounter deck for now. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I suppose we'll see. This is Caustic Blob, which is neither dark nor cold. From the pocket where you put the small black gemstone you found earlier, you suddenly feel a searing pain. Classic Dexter Drake. He just picked something up. Some kind of black ooze is burning through cloth, flesh, and bone. When your turn ends, if you are at a cold location, discard this card. Otherwise, take a damage.
Okay.
I see how it's gonna go.
Thick blockens.
Yes, exactly.
Wait, what?
wait, hang on. That's it. So the burning in his pocket is just like absolutely horrific. And we're going to try to get rid of that ASAP.
Alright. Hypothermia.
Ooh.
It's getting cold in here.
Mm-hmm.
Threat area. The stark cold is starting to affect your mind as well as your body. When you draw a card, except during the upkeep phase, take 1 frost damage.
Okay.
But it's cold, so it's the same as the frozen equipment. It's really cold, but Jenny is keeping close to the flames.
Exactly. Which is, no bad thing. That's for sure. So it's back round to us. Do you think it's time to advance to see what things are in store?
Yeah, I think this is a good point to do it because we're not screwed yet.
We're not screwed yet. We can either decide to take out our lamps or move on or leave our lamps or stay. You know what I mean? We can make decisions based on it. I'm super happy to spend the 2 clues and just see what we've got going on.
Yep.
Let's do it. You know me, Crosshair. I love to find out what's happening next. All right. What have they found? Whoop. Act 1B. I mean, that's interesting. The base is in an odd state. Parts of it have been evacuated in an orderly manner, but other parts of it seem to have undergone a pitched battle. Furniture is upended, and paper records are scattered and frozen to the floor, mostly illegible. God damn it. Attach the set-aside mysterious figure asset to the generator room. Oh, no. We're going to read that momentarily. Here we go. This looks like a mysterious figure. Yep. For the remainder of the scenario, oil lamps locations gains free trigger during your during your turn. Spawn 2 lamps. Action, remove a lamp. You may spend a so it just gains the ability to do the thing.
Yeah.
Act 2A. Dyer still doesn't seem to have got the generator running. You wonder if he requires any help. When the mysterious figure is flipped, immediately advance. That's exciting. So, I should point out to chat, William Dyer, the geologist who, brought us here in the first place, has been in the generator room, and so the scenario put him there. But now, there's this mysterious figure in the generator room as well. From outside the door of the generator room, you hear the sound of voices talking. Only Dyer is in there. Is he talking to himself? Oh, I love it. I love it to death. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I am so curious.
Well, you advanced the act, so I guess you do your thing before I go. Well,
yes,
you know
you're
what
right,
I'll
of course. You're absolutely correct. I am... Okay, so if I remove the lamps, then I have to deal with trackless darkness, which is fine, because then the Stygian Rat will sort of be blocked from here. So I think that's a good trade.
Oh, true.
But
it's also just one rat.
yeah,
so-
exactly. Well, but then they can't kind of like... Anything that's in this room can't move. I don't know, it feels good, maybe.
Yeah, they're not hunters anyway, so.
Well, that's true. Oh, actually, that's a good
Yet.
point. Neither is the Hound. That's actually a really good point. Well, yeah, yet is probably the right answer to that question. Yeah. I'm gonna do it, Crosshair. I don't know why, but it just feels right for Dexter to extinguish the lamps behind him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna spend an action to remove a lamp, and then an additional resource to remove a second lamp. It's such a weird thing to do. Remove a lamp. You may spend a resource to remove an additional lamp. Great. Then, as an additional cost to leave, you must spend an action. So I will spend my last 2 actions to move, removing trackless darkness. And then the radio room. A small barracks area set off from the rest of the base lies along the tunnel on the west side. And I'm probably going to leave it dark so that I discard the caustic blob. But let's see what it says. This is 2 large, spacious, but entirely empty rooms lead off from a shared office. This must be where the expedition leaders made their quarters. The office itself is a mess of discarded clutter and records. No radio equipment is present, but you can see where it had been set up and connected. It's currently cold and dark. 3 shroud, 4 clues, victory 1. You love it. You love to see it.
And has electric lamps instead of oil lamps.
Balls! You're right. Okay, so I can't even light them because we need the generator on. Sorry, presumably the generator will, right? Like, start the electric lights.
Yeah, I think so.
At the end of my turn, I am discarding the caustic blob because it's now cold enough that it stops squirming and it just kind of freezes again and drops out on the floor. Clunk. Should I have done something else? Nah, it's fine.
Well, before Jenny leaves, just in case, it's good to have some soup.
It's good to have some soup. I mean, that's generally a good statement, right?
Yeah.
Hooray.
And this heals... How many traumas did I have? 2 physical, yeah.
Okay.
So it heals 2 physical, 1 mental.
Okay. Yeah. It's good.
Yep.
Excuse me.
And then Jenny is really curious about the discussion going on in the adjoining room. So let's just hop on over.
I love it.
Which happens first? Do we flip the generator room or the...
I think you reveal a room as soon as you enter it, so I would probably do the room first.
2 clue, 3 shroud. A large and relatively modern generator dominates this well-built room. Along the east wall are several alcoves, one of which is still stacked with drums of gasoline.
Gasoline?
And... Hi, William. Hi. You?
Oh, no! Oh God, it's
Oh,
oh no.
oh dear.
I'm gonna advance the act immediately. I know you still have actions left at least.
Yeah.
Act 2B, the doppelganger. Dyer runs up to you. We should leave immediately, he says. There's nothing to be gained in this place. From behind the generator, another man comes staggering out. Don't listen. That thing attacked me. The newcomer is also William Dyer? No, responds the first Dyer. It's an imposter. It's imitating me. You look back and forth between them. They are identical in both look and mannerism. Shuffle the two William Dyers without looking at the backs and attach them both to the generator room. While it is Act 3A, each William Dyer gains attack him, deal a damage, and then immediately advance to Act 3B. Or look for subtle clues, parlay, test intellect 4. If you succeed, immediately advance. Oh, this is exciting. Weirdness is correct. Who could have predicted this?
Okay.
And they... Oh, no, they're not enemies. They're just... Right, they're just dudes. That's fine. I mean, this is pretty exciting. I love a good doppelganger plotline. Oops, did I lose my music? I did lose my music.
Okay.
Act 3A. 2 of them. Is there a way to tell them apart? Perhaps attacking one of them will provoke a response. Ignore the unique symbol on William Dyer. Obviously, because there's now 2 of them. Forced, when enemies would attack, deal a damage to each William Dyer. Ooh. Interesting. So I guess they're attacking each other. I don't know. Forced, when either William Dyer has damage equal to its health value, immediately advance. So...
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
If I do nothing, they both die.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, when either... Oh, God. Yeah, when either of them has damage equal to its health value, advance. One of them said... And then... Or you could attack to advance. Or you can parlay to also advance. I don't know what's going to happen. This is very exciting, Crosshare. I love this.
Yeah. Well, Jenny's a known talker, so... I think... Actually... I do have one action left.
Yep. What was your first action? Oh, you played the thermos. Oh, sorry, you had some soup. My apologies.
Yeah, I played the thermos. Didn't have any soup yet.
My apologies.
Moved along and saw 2 Dyers.
2 Dyers. Double Dyer.
Okay, I'm not ready for this. And Delilah is definitely like, oh god.
Just so itchy. I feel like you could each take one of the Dyers and just call it a day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's just kill both of them.
Honestly.
I think I might try parlay.
I think so.
It's a 4-on-5, but...
I mean, it's not the worst. That's not the worst.
Yeah, I'll see if I have anything else.
We pointed out before,
Really.
normally the act deck for a game of Arkham, there's usually, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 acts to represent sort of various objectives. This scenario has 8 acts to represent all the things that are going to happen.
Before we do anything, we need some light in here.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say it's cold and that's very bad for you. I feel so. That's good. Good shot.
Yeah.
Oil lamps. Good shot.
And last action. Let's see if the Eye of Jinn recognizes between good and evil between these 2.
I'm hoping it acts
Dyers.
like a divination rod and like points you towards the correct Dyer, you know?
Or the wrong one.
Or the wrong one. Yeah, sure. I mean, either way, really.
That's a 5-on-4 then. Do I want to? Yeah. Let's do it. I'm gonna commit Intel report into this, so
Not a bad
it's
thing to
a
do.
7 and 4.
Nice.
Parlay, let's talk this over, guys.
Yeah, maybe we can figure... Delicious.
Yep. I guess we are talking it over then.
Okay.
So, parlay. If you succeed, let's
I'm so excited.
bats.
Imposter!
Oh. Right.
Ah, yes.
That goes.
That there.
And
that
goes.
also gets kept, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Imposter! If either William Dyer has damage equal, nope. If you advanced by passing a parlay test, look at the back of each William Dyer asset and flip the enemy exhausted.
Okay. Let's look at the back of each one and then flip the enemy. Ah, there he is. Oh, God. What the hell is that? Oh my God.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And that was it for the Impostor. Act 4A, the Changeling.
Ooh.
This thing was impersonating Dyer. Yeah, we get it.
I mean, that's the idea, yeah.
First, when enemies would attack, if William Dyer is in play and the abhorrent changeling is ready and unengaged at its location, place 1 damage on William Dyer. Then remove him from the game if he has damage equal to his health. Okay, so it's attacking Dyer.
He's trying to kill it. Yeah, or it's trying to kill him, rather.
When the abhorrent changeling is defeated, immediately advance.
Okay.
When the abhorrent changeling has 2 clue tokens on it, immediately advance.
Interesting. Let's have a look at the abhorrent changeling, shall we? Ugh.
It's a thing.
Oh boy.
So it's a 4/6/3 monster abomination Shoggoth free elite.
I like that collection of traits. That's pretty wild. Okay. Oh boy.
Hunter plus 2 health, so it's a 4/6/3. Yeah.
Right.
When this enemy enters play, do not remove damage from it. Okay.
So if you had punched it, then it would be fine, I guess. Okay. Or it would be hurt, I guess.
While William Dyer is in play, this enemy loses Hunter and has Aloof and Patrol.
Ooh,
William
interesting.
Dyer.
Okay.
After the enemy deals damage to you, spawn 1 clue token on it.
Oh. Oh, that's very unusual.
Okay, so Dyer is in play, and when that enemy is ready, it does 1 damage to the Dyer. Oh, okay.
When he's ready, yeah. So right now, no, but in future, he's aloof, so he's just gonna stay aloof, stay ready, and attack William Dyer, unless we do something about it, I guess. I feel like I should be over there. I feel like I'm not helping at all being over here. I'll figure it out.
Delilah might be helping.
I think so.
Ah, damn.
Hmm?
He evade. I could have used Delilah straight away. But
Can you not?
I don't have.
Oh, we don't have the money. Nah, it's too bad.
Ah, well.
Next time, though, right? You can engage, hopefully evade, and then use Delilah, and I don't know. Seems good. Maybe?
Oh, yeah, true. Evade it.
Whoops, sorry.
Might be time to get those investments in.
Okay, well, there's a horrible changeling monster here, Shoggoth, that is that took the form of William Dyer and is now attacking his face, which is bad news.
It might be a good time to refill our
I was just thinking
alcohol.
Because yeah, exactly. We're going to start the enemy phase. The enemies won't do anything this time, but that's where we're going to leave off just for now. Did I overwrite already? Yes, okay. There we go. Yes, let's do it. We're gonna take a quick break.
Should
Oh, yes.
I was thinking, should we upkeep before
Oh,
we?
yeah. Let's do that before the before the mythos phase, right?
So
And-
abhorrent changing ready is, but
So it normally would
When it-
attack during the enemy phase, so I think it's okay for now.
oh,
Okay. I mean, okay is obviously like a big stretch, but we'll hopefully be all right there.
this is doable.
Yeah, I think it's doable. It's weird. I don't know what's happening with this changeling business, but I think it's doable. I'll try to get over there as soon as I can as well. Hopefully that'll be a good time.
I have a pla.
Okay, that seems good. And weirdness is, of course, correct. More gin is an appropriate response to Shoggoths. And so, to that end, more gin. I'm going to go take a quick break, and we'll refill our drinks. I hope you all do the same. Crosshair will be back in just a moment.
Yep.
Hello, and welcome back to Doomed. The not-so-solo playthroughs of Arkham Horror, the card game where sometimes the Shoggoth tries to get you, but instead, you get some gin. Shojin, I don't know. I was trying to work with it as well, Crosshair. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, we are back to it. I have so many cards. All right, how are we feeling? We've got some various Stygian enemies. They're just chilling. No big deal. Right?
About 2 turns still.
Oh, I wouldn't be worried about that. I'm sure nothing's gonna happen. And the abhorrent changeling, which naturally I left Jenny, or rather Dexter left Jenny to deal with all on her own for some reason, as he goes to investigate the other side of the base.
Yeah, shojin them gins.
What Crosshair said. Also, hi, Roger Twy. Welcome to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello. But yeah, this abhorrent changeling only has 6 health, like the blimp had 15, so
Jenny's just like, lock and load, baby. Yeah, it is aloof, I suppose, so there's like an action sort of situation going on, but we'll do the mythos, and then hopefully nothing that bad happens. Yeah, we go to 5 out of 6 Doom.
Yeah.
And we, okay, yeah, we're good. Go to 5 out of 6 Doom, and we draw some encounter cards. Dexter's over on the west side of the base, and of course his equipment is now frozen, which is honestly devastating. Because he's frostbitten, frost damage is not something he wants to deal with. You know what, Crosshair? You know what I'm going to do instead? I'm just going to say no. I'm just going to say no to this, is how I'm going to do this. The equipment that some of the archaeological assistants have brought down starts to frost over, and Dexter just channels his warm thoughts, touches one of the oil lamps, and then touches it, and it just vanishes. Bam. I do have to take a horror, which has to be assigned to the grounded before it can be assigned to my investigator card, which is kind of annoying, but that's fine. Done. That felt like a good thing to play.
More hypothermia.
Oh,
It's
so much
getting
hypothermia.
Really cold.
Yeah, really bad news.
But it's fine because I don't have any equipment to play.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I hope you don't have to draw
it's
cards.
when you draw a card, so I should draw cards when I'm in a warm place.
Yeah, well, if you need to draw cards, right? Which,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay. So, the Crosshair. How are we doing this?
So the enemy is aloof, so I would have to engage it to evade it.
Yeah, annoyingly and weirdly, yes. You'd think you wouldn't have... You'd think you would... Well, anyway, yes, that's correct.
And when it engages... When I engage it, does it do damage to me?
No. Not by default. No.
Okay, so this is how we're gonna do it. First off, Jenny is just gonna look at this so-called William Dyer, the changeling that is,
Sure, yeah.
and just grab its attention by engaging it. Hello!
Oh, hello!
And then as the second act to disconnect.
Oh. I do see a little connecting icon, yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
gonna go away in a moment, but I'll be... Yeah, there we go.
I see you vanished. That's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry, Crosshair. We'll see you back momentarily.
Yeah. At least the voice connection doesn't cut off.
Yes, which is great. Until Discord decides to crash. But it shouldn't. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. But it should be fine.
I disconnected from Twitch chat also.
Yeah, it's annoying.
And then I have to load everything again, but...
Tabletop Simulator is not known for being super stable, which is a bit weird, but maybe it's just the servers that they run on, I don't know.
And yeah, I also disconnect from the chat, so it's just a net hiccup.
Yeah. Well, no additional chatters or anything, so we're good when you returned.
Save.
Yep, coming in. I think I did. I'm gonna do it again. Done. Okay, done.
So, yeah, the second action is to sneak by.
Oh, yes, sir.
So, it's an evade. I'm gonna use the Eye of Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Means that it's a 6-on-3 evade.
Yeah, that's good. And you got your 2 resources from the sneak by, I think. I didn't actually see. Oh, yeah, please. Yeah. Figured you'd want those.
So yeah, Eye of Jen sets my skill to 5. Then Delilah gives me 1, so that's on 3, and yeah, that's it.
All right. I mean, still pretty good. Says me. Yeah. Ugh.
And it's 3.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Huh. All right.
It's evaded.
Nice, delicious evade.
And then Delilah, noticing this distraction that Jenny is causing, will be doing 2 damage to it.
Delicious. Delicious.
So that's 3 resources to do 2 damage because it's exhausted.
Seems good. 2 out of 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know.
I do have 4 investments now. But I'm also in a warm place, so I do want to do this. For garden game 2 resources. Okay, well, that's that then.
Yeah, and we're gonna, hopefully over time whittle this horrible thing down while we, deal with the rest.
Yeah, and unaware on the other side of the base, Dexter.
Dexter's been basically flexing his magical muscles, right? He's been using his various psychic techniques to try to figure out the direction to go, where things are. Naturally, his mystical powers hasn't allowed him to see that Jenny's in trouble. He's just continuing to investigate and look around. Now, the radio room does not have oil lamps. It has electric lamps, and they're not on. So it is dark and cold in the radio room, which means I can't investigate here. So...
Oh, you can still spawn lamps here.
Yeah.
It just says that lamps.
Oh, it does. Oh, it says each oil lamp's location gains a certain action. And I don't think
true,
it's this one,
true.
which is too bad. I wish I want them. I am going to come back to this location once we figure out how to get the lights on. But I think for now I will move. I'm going to explore down here. Oh, the medical facility. A nondescript wooden door blocks access to this corner of the base. Yeah. Forced. Oh, the base's medical facility is, or was, very impressive for what can readily be transported to Antarctica. Now, various instruments and devices are frozen to the surfaces. When this location is revealed, spawn a set-aside Stygian Rat here, place 2 horror on it, which I believe immediately
Turns it into a hound.
into a hound. So I'll just go ahead and put a hound there, exhausted and whatever.
Yeah.
Now, that was my first action, was to move. If I move again, I can move with haste, but why would I do that? Doesn't seem very useful.
You could add lamps there if you want.
Yes, oh my god, I absolutely should. You're right. I'm going to light up this location so I can investigate it. Thank you. Dexter will light the lamps, and we're going to start looking to investigate this location. I'm going to investigate using Divination. He's going to, again, try to sense. He sees the massive sort of shadow of a dog in the corner, and we're going to see if there's anything we can find in this room that might help us. So I'm using willpower. I get +1 skill value. I get +1 from grounded, which is 7 to 3. -2. And place a horror on the nearest Stygian enemy.
Yeah.
Okay, but I still succeed. So I'm going to spend my last 2 tokens from Divination. And discover 2 clues here. Okay. So that's good. I have an action left. What do I want to do with it? I'm going to... Oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Crosshair. You'll love this, I think. I'm going to use Dexter's ability. He's going to transform his divination, his divinatory abilities, into... He's going to upgrade them into a 6th sense. That's what I'm going to do. Which means that when I investigate, I'll be able to investigate again with haste. So hopefully I can just kind of clear this out, and it'll be great. This is, his powers of divination just gave him a feeling. This 6th sense is more than that. It's almost a layer of information, visual and otherwise, auras on top of the world that he's looking at. I'm going to investigate.
Yep.
5 willpower, 6 with grounded. I'm going to investigate 6 to 3. And then I get to do it again with haste. So I'm just going to do 2 in a row. Yeah? Yes. Here they come. That's a clue. And one more time.
That's a clue.
That's also a clue. Feels good. Okay. Obviously, when enemies start appearing, we're going to be in big trouble, but we'll figure it out.
Well, there's plenty of enemies.
Oh,
but...
right. You know what I mean. Appearing. Unfreezing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the one. Okay. So, that is that.
Yeah.
In the enemy phase, nothing happens. We're all still at warm locations. They're all either frozen or evaded.
Yeah.
I'm slowly making my way around. And then we proceed to the upkeep phase. Not bad.
And the Stygian repair.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it is aloof. And it will continue attempting to destroy William Dyer, and hopefully won't. Right, because we're going to... This is the turn where everything changes. Okay, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
No.
No. Here we go. Agenda 1B, Unexpected Guests. From partial records written in German, you learn that artifacts recovered elsewhere in Antarctica were received by the base for analysis, including a number of small, black, onyx-like gems. Now, I'll point out Dexter picked one up because he wanted to sell it somewhere, put it in his pocket, it started to burn him, he dropped it and it disappeared, but now he's found information about them. The stones were recovered from a nearby site referred to as the Tunnel Entrance on December 16th, 1933. 4 days later, the base was abandoned. Another damage document describes the Stygian creatures. Ambulatory specimens appear to mimic ingested material. After paper and board, tree-like limbs developed. After dog, quadrupedal form developed. After human, attach a set-aside fire treachery to the dog tunnels. Oh my god. We'll look at that momentarily. Ready each Stygian enemy. Shuffle all set-aside copies of Fire, Repugnant Lurching, and Loathsome Call, and the Encounter discard pile into the Encounter deck. Yes, they're all here. Well, here they come. I'll read Agenda 2A first, and then we'll see what we've sort of done. Oh, and we'll ready all of the... Oh, you did. Thank you. Agenda 2A, Deadly Shadows. The warmth of the lamps is enlivening them. Oh, no! Stygian enemies have Hunter as long as they're an investigator, as long as there is an investigator at their location or a connecting location. Interesting. Forced. When the round ends, at each location where there are multiple ready Stygian enemies, set aside out of play all but the one with the highest fight value. Place horror tokens on the remaining enemy equal to the total fight values of the set-aside enemies, plus all of the horror tokens from the set-aside enemies.
Okay.
I think, so if there's multiple in one location, the fightiest one stays and gains a bunch of horror, which causes it to become fightier, I guess.
Yeah.
Less good. Less good for sure.
Well, there's only one Stygian Hound in reach of us.
True.
And it's at your location.
And I guess it is actually engaged with me right away because it's ready. I think I'm gonna be fighting. I think I'm gonna be fighting.
And the fire.
It's sort of a snowball effect. Exactly, Roger Twy.
Yeah.
Yes. Fire. Attach this card, to the dog tunnels. When the enemy phase ends, each enemy and investigator at this location takes a fire damage. Investigators may evade this card as if it were an engaged enemy with an evade value of 2. If it is evaded, discard this card. So I suppose in that sense it's sort of... you can deal with it, or you could just kind of move past it, but you could try to put it out if we wanted to.
Yeah, and I was just looking at the... shuffle all set-aside copies of Fire.
Yep, so and some other things. Yep.
Yeah, there's gonna be fire all around us, but we'll get to it.
Where is the fire? Where is it coming from? Now, what does it say?
In the next 20 seconds or so, we'll have more fire.
I think so. I'm trying to remember. There was something about... Where is it here? Oh, no, it was the agenda. Oh. No, it was on the front of the agenda. No. Where was it? There was something about enemies can't do any... Oh, no, it was on the cold card. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Stygian enemies at cold locations cannot move unless instructed by a treachery card. So the hangar and the north tunnel, they can't go anywhere for now.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see kind of what it does. And then at the end of the round, When the round ends, if there's multiple ready Stygian enemies, they like morph. Great. Okay, I think it's finally, time to draw some encounter cards, and I am gonna get ready to get destroyed. Here we go. I'm ready.
Yep.
Ka-chow! Loathsome call. The Stygian Hound in front of Dexter, is hideous to behold, but you find your feet stumbling in its direction. Something about it calls to you. Ugh. Find the ready Stygian enemy in play with the highest fight value. That is not at your location. Test will X. X is its fight value. If you fail, take a horror and move to its location. Oh boy. So it is calling Dexter Drake. Now that would be the other hound.
Yeah.
Way back at the tunnel, so I want to pass this. Now, weirdly enough, Dexter's, can feel the pull of this creature, and you'd think that being fearless would mean he would go towards it, but in fact, he knows enough to stay away from it. I'm going to commit fearless to this test, which puts me at 7. Only by standing firm against the darkness can we live to see the light of another day. So I'm going to go 7 to 3. Yeah, that's good. And I'll heal some horror. And I'll exhaust Waitley to draw a card. Good. Good. Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
Let's see what we have
Not
here.
bad.
Reckless Darkness.
Has
a Terror Dark Revelation attached. Discard to the nearest location without a copy of this card. After the last investigator leaves this location, discard this card, and have to spend an action to leave. But it's not dark, so
Exactly. Is right. Well, indeed.
Equipment is frozen, there's hypothermia, but there's still a couple of lamps flickering, so it's fine.
Yeah, no big deal. Everything is covered in frost, and it's absolutely horrible. But here we are.
Pretty much my turn is gonna be the same.
Yeah. I think mine's going to be attempting to deal with the hound and then, moving on, but we'll see kind of what I end up doing. Yeah, I mean, works for me.
Yep, I'll just go for the evade attack. Or evade. Delilah shoots the thing.
Yep, then you have another action after that, whatever you want to do with it, I think. I think you have one more?
So, 6 on 3. First action.
Yeah, engage.
Second action is on 3 evade. That's a horror -2. Add a horror to nearest. 1, 2. I guess we'll have another hound.
Yeah, it's not looking good, is it?
Let's add another.
Okay.
Yeah. That one's exhausted. Then I spent 3 resources, exhaust Delilah. Put that 2 into a 4. That's 2 more damage on the
Yay!
abhorrent.
I like this, rather than Jenny, using her own kind of weapons and then passing them off to Leo to reload. Now it's the other way around, right? She's doing the legwork and Delilah's doing the shooting. It's great. It's a great team thing.
Yeah. One action left. I could take the investments now, but I don't really need them. I could get a clue, maybe. 3 on 3.
Not quite sure what we're gonna do after we destroy this changeling. I don't honestly know.
I could heal 2 damage. That's not really necessary now.
No, I tend to agree.
Draw?
Well, oh no, yeah, the hypothermia doesn't it doesn't work right now, so that's not a bad idea. If you want to.
I'll just draw a card.
Hooray.
Oh, cool. And that's that.
Okay. So, yes, right. I was like, oh, great. Okay, we're all done. Oh, no, I suppose Dexter should do something. I believe, in that case, then, it is time to destroy. Let's do it. I am going to free action. I'm going to replace my haste with a mists of Relier. These are the mists that, of course, couldn't help him down back in the tunnels beneath Boston. It was more of a parlor trick then, but I feel like they've upgraded now. I think that was just the one. I'm going to use it to evade. Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, no, where did all my money go? Crosshare, do you know if I spent... Shoot. I just spent 1 to play Mists, but I can't remember if I also spent 1 before or not. No, it doesn't matter. I don't remember what I was at before. It's too bad. It's hard to know. I just spent 1.
Because
was I at 3?
Fearless didn't spend any.
I really, yeah. Oh well, I guess actually, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you played Sixth Sense, but
yeah, I think that was 2 because I used my ability. I wanted to play something that's even more expensive, so I can't, which is too bad. That's okay. I am going to evade this Stygian Hound, and reminder that inexorable is a keyword on all of these Stygian things, which I have open here. Inexorable means when it would leave play, except by flipping it or replacing it. You remove all damage, you exhaust it, disengage from it. The next time it would ready, it doesn't. So you get kind of 2 free turns, as it were.
So basically they're immortal.
Yes, because they're made of shadows, right?
Yeah.
So instead of trying to fight it now, Dexter is going to sort of see this shadow hound lumbering towards him, and he's going to think to himself, you know what? I think we can get out of here. And I'm going to evade with mists. I'm going to spend a charge and evade using mists. It uses willpower. You get +1 willpower, +1 from grounded, 7 to 3. And if I succeed, I could move if I want to. 7 to 3. A skull is -X, the fight value of the highest fight value Stygian enemy in play, which is 3. It's not bad, but I still got it. Choose and discard a card from your hand. I will discard that. If you succeed after evading the chosen enemy, you may move to a connecting location. Which I think I'll do just for the ability to try to get closer to you, because I think we're going to want to, be in close contact here. Dexter is using the smoke screen to rush on through the other tunnels. Another dark tunnel stretches back across to the other side of the base. This one, too, is lined with unlit oil lanterns, which means I am going to light them.
Yep.
Is that a good idea? Yeah.
So basically the Stygians can hunt there, but...
Well, if I don't light them, then they can't get past this room. I don't know if that's good or not necessarily. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll leave them lit just in case, right?
Yeah, the fire's gonna come for us all anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And then last action. Again, I feel like I could just keep going towards you. Like, what are we trying to do right now? We're trying to deal with the changeling, right? You're gonna deal with it.
Yeah, it's gonna die next turn.
Okay, that's good.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go one more space towards you, towards the barracks. The door at the end of the tunnel lies ominously open. Total darkness beyond it. And it is indeed total darkness, because there's electric lights. The bunks in the barracks themselves are silent and orderly, but the attached mess hall looks like a battlefield. Tables have been upended and arranged into a sort of barricade, and discarded cutlery and broken crockery covers the floor. When this location is revealed, attach the set-aside welded oven to it. What the heck is a welded oven? I mean, I know what an oven is. Welded oven. A large iron oven in the corner of the mess hall has been welded shut. The welding equipment, iced over but still functional, lies abandoned nearby. Action, spend a resource, spawn a clue on this card. If there are 2 clues on this card, move all clues from it to your investigator and flip it. And it has victory 1.
Yeah, we do like that victory.
I do like the victory. So Crosshair, you deal with that enemy. I'm going to get to work on this. Dexter's going to break into the oven. He's like, I bet there's some gold in here.
So yeah, Jenny has been fighting rats on a ship and fighting star people in the metro tunnels and destroying a blimp, and now fighting a Stygian horror. And Dexter took a nap and is now unwelding an oven.
Every time in this game, I love it. Yep. Hey, look, we're both kind of rogues at heart, right? A little bit.
Yeah, we do our own thing.
We do our own thing, and sometimes that thing is unwelding an oven while your friend is fighting a horrible beast, honestly.
Yeah. I'm just keeping William alive.
Honestly, not a bad thing.
Because I want
it's
more friends.
Exactly. I shouldn't have lit the lamps in the south tunnel now. Oh well. That was I couldn't have seen that. That's okay. Okay.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's the enemy is just gonna ready and
yeah, no big. Actually, that's right. It doesn't even have Hunter because it's not next to us.
Yeah,
which is kind of fun. Okay, so that's it. Dexter's found his way to a welded oven. Jenny's in a room with William Dyer, who is cringing away from this horrible beast. And we go to the enemy phase, but
it's the round ending.
Yes,
I think
they don't have Hunter because they're not connected to us. They're not next to us. So we go to Upkeep first, I believe.
Okay.
Upkeep.
So, but the round ended. So there's 2 Stygian horrors here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which means that this hound goes away.
Yeah, the one with the... Yeah, exactly, okay.
Then
Place
we put
horror...
3...
Oh, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just reading it.
3 horror on it.
And then plus all of the horror tokens from the set-aside enemies as well. Oh, but that's... Okay,
yeah,
there are none. That's good.
There was none. And then we remove 3 horror from it.
Mm-hmm.
And we flip it because it keeps all the other horrors.
I agree it must, right? Oh, this one became human. Ooh, kind of. This is this is an anthropoid, a 4/4/4, which is also inexorable. After this enemy deals damage, place a horror on it. It has +1 health for each horror on it.
Yeah.
That's terrifying, honestly.
You're not gonna deal with that.
Yikes. Yeah. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be... Well, I shouldn't say that. It's not coming for us yet. So that's good at least.
Yet.
Yes, exactly. Classic, exactly. Mm-hmm. I already took mine. Why do I have all these clues? What am I gonna do with all? What am I gonna do with all these clues?
I think it's gonna become apparent soon.
I think so too.
Oh, I drew a card that's... Okay, I could do that. Well, I drew experience.
That, I know what that means. We go to 1 out of 10 Doom on Deadly Shadows, which I believe is the last agenda, but we've got some time. And we're going to draw some encounter cards as Dexter investigates the oven inside the pitch black barracks. Oh, did I lose a bit of... Sorry, I'm just checking here. Some skipped frames. That was a few minutes ago. I think we're okay. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, I see you, Crosshair. I think we're all good. I suppose we'll find out. Let me know if there's been any big hiccups in the stream, and we'll see. Below 0. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's fair, right? This is, of course, it's below 0 in this room. It's freezing cold. Test Intellect 3. If you fail, test Combat. Oh, sorry, 2 seconds, Crosshair.
Yep.
Hello and welcome back after the shortest of delays to Doomed, Crosshair. Everything's good. We just have we always have little cat emergencies. Yeah, you're like, I know. Hey, where was I? I think there was some cold happening. Right. Below 0.
Frost damage.
Yeah. So it's cold, so you have to try to protect yourself. If you can't protect yourself, you have to try to just shake it off. If you're frostbitten, take a frost damage. Which, because I have to also take a direct damage. So, we're going to deal with this. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to test my intellect to start, because I think that's going to be harder, but I think Dexter's strength might pull him through this. Let's test 2 intellect to 3. That's a curse token. And that's a skull token, which is quite bad, I think. So, but I'll pull out the... I'll pull out a curse. Then I'm going to test Combat 3, but use this Promise of Power, because I don't want to fail. This is the thing. Put the curse back in. Dexter is just praying for the strength to be able to get through this, without having to re-experience the harrowing thing he felt out on the ice. So this is 7 to 3. That's -3, right? Phew. Okay, so pass. Which means I'm gonna exhaust Curtis. Is that a good idea?
No weaknesses yet.
I do have 2 left. It's true. No, I don't need it. I don't need it right now. I don't need it. It's fine.
Nope. I don't want it.
I don't want it right now. Okay, so that's that. No, it's below 0, but Dexter manages to, swear to himself that he'll get through this somehow.
All right, let's see what happens in the generator room. The Dire and the Fox Dire.
Dire and fake Dire.
Keeper Darkness.
Oh boy, a classic.
So, it's getting even darker in the trackless darkness.
As you do.
Yeah. But it's not dark because there's light.
Yeah, exactly. So no big deal, basically.
Yeah. So far.
Yeah, so far. I'm surprised there isn't a treachery that just says, unlight the lamps at your location, or whatever, right? That would be...
Well, now you've said it.
Well, yeah, I suppose I should... Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. Shouldn't have said nothing. So it's back round to us. Do you want to try to handle it first, and then I'll, maybe clean up, or maybe I'll deal with the oven?
It can always be darker, Roger.
Yeah, it's true. It cannot. Apparently, yeah, it's dark. It's tracklessly dark. It's deeply dark. Who knows?
And then it's darker than dark.
Darker than dark. It's just infinite. Infinite. It's dark all the way down, basically.
So, should I do my abhorrent changeling tango again?
I think so. If you feel up for it, then you'll have an action. I'll have a turn once we advance the act, and we'll see what it does, right? That'll be no bad thing.
I could also just use Delilah and punch it.
That's true. It would do 1 damage, right? I think.
Yeah, and I do 1 damage. So it's pretty much the same. Nah, let's do the same thing.
I think so.
Engage.
Oh, congratulations.
I have in 6 on 3. Yep.
All right.
6 on 3.
6 on 3. Hey.
Go. Then Delilah.
Bam.
Bam, bam, bam. And it is leaded.
Hooray. Would you like to do the honors of advancing the act as well?
Yeah, well, Delilah does.
Oh, yes, of course. Delilah, would you like to do the honors?
Yeah, it's dead, so... You defeated the apparent changeling. Wounded, the creature recoils from you. Record in your campaign log that in the PFE base camp you fought off the changeling. Flip the gold treachery and read it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What does that mean? What does it
I was
do?
trying to warn you. Cysts of darkness. I was trying to warn you. The changeling creaks. Ah. I was trying to warn you. The changeling creaks in an inhuman voice. This place belongs to the cysts of darkness. Do not feed them. Do not warm them. Leave them to freeze. Like Quicksilver, the thing morphs and squirms past you and out of the door. You chase after it, but is it far too quick? It is far too quick.
I think so.
And from the entrance you see a petrel soar away into the sky. Petrel might be a bird or something.
I think so, yeah. I haven't heard that word before, but yeah.
Well, something flies away.
Right, sure.
At least you can get the generator running now. Attach the set-aside generator asset to the generator room.
I'll get it. Ooh, there it is. Okay.
If William Dyer is in play, an investigator takes control of him, otherwise he slumps down by the generator to bandage himself and rest. Flip this card and continue to play.
Basically weirdness. It's just like, the changeling's like, I am out. I'm trying to help you, and you don't want any help. Goodbye.
When this asset enters place 1 lamp on each electric lamp location.
Yay!
So, radio room gets 1. location gets one.
Exactly, Roger Twy. We've now entered into the Mechanics Simulator 2022 version of the Arkham Horror, which is always a good time.
Yeah, and we're not done yet.
No.
So, investigator takes control of William Dyer. I think I could
was
take
just...
it.
Well, you saved his life. And also, I don't need... the intellect doesn't... I don't like it.
And
you take
exhausted as it gain 2 resources. Anyway,
okay.
Just looking at the other wise because I'm curious. 5A. No distractions. Whatever that thing was, you don't have time to worry about it now, as Jenny does. You still need to find out what the Bashmaya Falcon expedition discovered here in Antarctica, and what happened to this base. Only investigators at the offices may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance.
Oh. Well, good thing we've been picking up clues.
6 clues, and we need to be at the office.
Which is that one up here. That's okay. Although it is next to some of the scary enemies, which is, of course, by design.
They're frozen.
Oh, they are frozen, you're right! We never lit the lamps there. Unless it says, unless instructed by a treachery card. Okay, so there's probably treacheries that move them, but that's okay. That's just is what it is.
Okay, and then I have 1 action left.
Woohoo!
I could... Oh, right, I get 1 bookie book.
Yes.
4.
Get that stat line. Delicious.
Let's put something on the investments. Almost getting to full.
They're almost coming due. Delilah's like, I've got your receipts right here.
Let's see how many we have there actually.
It's weird that they won't stack. Oh, there we go.
No.
They will.
Come on.
Eh. Perfect.
7. That's a lot.
Yep.
I have a choice to make. Killing is making a choice.
Excuse me? And that's true. I just, what? Oh, jeez.
I could take resources.
Yes.
Like straight up use William Dyer to get resources.
Well, he's accumulated information for us, right? So that would be pretty good.
Or
Yes.
I could also investigate the deep darkness that is permeating this.
I mean,
Yeah.
no time like the present, I suppose. Ay.
We're gonna delve too deep.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is gonna be great. All right. Well, wish us luck, folks.
Yep.
Because Jenny's delving too deep, the lights suddenly come on in the barracks, and Dexter looks around like, a little surprised. What's happened in here? He sees the welded oven in a bit more detail and decides there's definitely something in it that he wants, except the call. Something is calling to him. It's morphed now. It used to be some sort of hound-like, and now it is almost a shambling human. The thing with the highest fight value is the anthropomorphic one at the top. It has 4 fight, so I'm testing willpower 4. I don't want to move, but I will if I have to. I don't think there's a phone in the oven weirdness, but... Oh, actually, that does make sense, right? He leans close to it, and he just hears, "Hello, will you accept this collect call?" Terrible. I have 5 willpower, so I'm going to commit... or this Earthly Serenity, which I was very excited to play, but it doesn't... the art makes me think it's not really appropriate for this scenario, to be honest. This little Disney princess character happening here.
Yeah, and it's healing.
Yeah.
Like...
I did take it specifically, Crosshare, as I'm sure you can guess, because last scenario I was so... just so damaged. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I felt like...
Currently you're fine.
Yeah, today we're doing fine. So I'm going to test it 6 to 4. Let's do it. Oh, I think that's perfect. Woof. Okay, I'll put a horror on the nearest Stygian enemy, which is definitely this doggo down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doggos are becoming human.
That's horrible. We got to get out of here. Soon.
Let's see what we find in the darkness. I'm hoping fire.
Why are you hoping fire? What is that?
It's a repugnant lurching. Something about the way the things move makes your stomach heave. So it's a Stygian hazard, revelation. The nearest unengaged Stygian enemy not at your location, readies, moves to your location and engages you. Test agility X, where X is that enemy's evade value. If you fail, take 1 damage. Okay, nearest unengaged Stygian is... well...
SpaghettiOs.
Oh, hi.
It's lurching towards you. This is very bad. Exactly.
Oh, we got 1 experience from that.
Hooray! Hope you don't die.
X is evade value, so that's a 4-on-4 evade, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Lots of soak.
Yeah, 4-on-4.
Hey, look at you. Incredible. Okay.
Jenny's immortal.
Jenny.
Except that...
I was just thinking that. Yeah. It's the enemy phase. And it's not cold in here, so... it is coming for you.
Okay. It's gonna deal damage, so... Horror on it. Who will take it? Actually... I'm gonna take 1 horror. No, I'm not. William, I saved you, so you're just gonna take it.
Yep.
Mandy can have a... actually, no. I'll take the damage.
Okay. Perfect.
Cool.
Brings us to Upkeep, where things ready, and we gain our resources, etc. That's going to be good. That's going to be very good, I think.
Yay.
And Crosshair, I think before we resolve our next mythos phase, I'm going to suggest another quick break, just to refill and get some water and so on. If that's all right with you.
Oh, my hand.
And think about our choices.
Yeah.
And I'm going to consider whether I want to help you or deal with this oven. That's what I'm going to do.
It's fine. I'll just shut off the lights and leave.
Perfect. Just leave it in the dark. All right, we're going to be right back, folks. Back in a quick second.
Bye.
Ooh, welcome back to Doomed. Usual introduction goes here. I'm joined by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, and a cat. I'm joined by a cat as well. Come on, Ripley. There you go. There you go. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the music had gotten very spooky but very quiet, and I was just like, "Ooh, what's going on?" Oh. All right, Crosshair, we're back. We have returned. We were just about to do a mythos phase. What do we got? Fire down in the dog tunnels, a hound to the west, a rat to the north, and in the generator room, a shambling zombie, basically, right? Is that
Yeah,
fair to
with
say?
7 health.
And inexorable. So, you know, which just means, I mean, even if you were to defeat it, it basically gets evaded for 2 turns, which is good, certainly, but at this point, weirdness is correct.
I'll be evading that.
I think so, yeah. What was I gonna say?
Max is creeping somewhere, but not here.
Where is Max right now? I think I saw him creeping in the kitchen, actually. It says one of his favorite spots is under the drying rack, because he's a weirdo. That's fine. Oh, yes, okay, so we'll take our mythos phase, and, you know, hopefully that won't kill us. And, yeah, we'll see how it goes. This is 2 out of 10 doom as we attempt to go back to the office and figure out what we're missing here. And we'll draw an encounter, or I'll draw an encounter card. Deeper Darkness, which it just attaches to my location. I'm pretty sure has clues, yeah. But is not dark. So yeah. I'm just ignoring this. There you go. Great. That's a gimme. Pass the turn to you, Crosshair. There you go.
Fire. Of course, the newly appointed generator catches fire.
Immediately upon, you know, Dyer's like, I got this baby working all on my own. Bang. Boom. Just catches fire. Horrible.
Okay, so now the place is on fire. There's a Stygian anthropod here. Okay.
In the enemy phase end, enemies and investigators at this location take a fire damage, but you can put out the fire by evading it as if it had an evade of 2, which is, you know, feels pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
That's us. Let's back around.
Is
7
right.
health.
It's that 7 health that's the thing.
I tend to agree. It's no bueno.
Turn off the lights and leave.
Well, how am I going to get to you? So rude. I'm going to have to come all the way through the space.
Yeah.
Although, actually, yeah, turning off the lights is an action, right? Yeah, remove a lamp. You may spend a... Oh, actually, though, hang on, because the generator is removing the cold trait from the location, so... The cold thing is what's not... right, so it's not going to be uncolded.
Yeah.
Anyway, which is too bad.
And the Stygian is a hunter, right?
Yes. It is a hunter because it's at a location with one of us or connected to us. And it can move because it's not a cold place. Yeah, there you go.
So basically, if you turn out the lights, then it can also hunt to you if I leave this place.
Yes.
Then it can't leave your place.
Right. That, I mean, yeah. That's true. That's true.
But also, if I evade it, it won't do anything. So
that's kind of the thing. I'm wondering how much we want to deal with this welded oven, because I could, you know, take a turn to kind of deal with it and see what it does. Hopefully something awesome. But we like experience.
It's only one action.
Spend 1 resource, spawn a clue on this card. Then if there are... two clues. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. My apologies. Move clues from it. Investigator, flip it. Because I'm just thinking if I don't deal with it, I can just come to your location and try to help, you know? And then we can move on. But I wonder if you feel like surviving, I can deal with this first. I don't have to.
I can survive. It's no issue, really.
All right.
I'm just thinking, do I want to try and kill it, or...
Yeah. Killing, of course, again, right, only kind of double exhausts it, which is good, but not... it's not a forever solution anyway.
Yeah, because 6-on-4 evade isn't too bad.
No, not at all. Only once, I guess, but still, that's definitely not terrible.
But if I evade it, it's exhausted. In the enemy turn, it doesn't do anything, and then it readies up.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool. So, I guess I'll do that then.
I think so.
So, the usual thing. Eye of Jinn.
Yeah, Eye of Jinn.
Let's evade it. So, 6-on-4. And there we go.
Your token pulls Crosshair. I don't want to comment too much because I'm jealous, but it's great.
Yeah, the generator room is starting to get a bit full.
It's getting a little crowded in there. Yeah, I don't disagree.
I kind of want to leave this place.
I say go for it. Right?
Should
then
I
the fire burns the Stygian thing.
Oh yeah, true.
Which is kind of fun.
I could come and help you with the welded oven also.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. If you feel, I think you have the ability to get more resources than I do. So, yeah, that would save me a bit of strife.
Also, it only then takes you one action to flip it.
Exactly. And maybe that's good.
But then we do have to go back through the fire and the flames.
Right. And then we'll carry on. Exactly. That'll be very good. Yeah, but again, I do feel like together we can probably figure out a way to evade this thing and just run past it. You know?
Yeah. Cool.
I think so.
Jenny joins to the, for the first time in this scenario, Dexter, right? Hi!
Dexter has, he sort of seems aglow with mystical energy. He and Curtis Waitley are standing there looking at this oven that has been welded closed, and they're both kind of determining, like, okay, well, if we use the equipment, we can probably try to get into it. And then they look up and they see Jenny. Jenny, where have you been?
Jenny and Delilah and Mandy.
Yes.
And William Dyer.
And William Dyer. Oh, Professor Dyer, it's good to see you. So many people. Look at all these allies that don't take up an ally slot. Incredible.
Okay, so spend one action, spend one resource. That's a clue. Cool.
Great.
And I'll exhaust investments just to put another one there.
We will take it, that's for sure. So then in that case, on Dexter's turn...
Flip it.
I'm ready. Should I do this? Yes, I'm gonna do that first. You're right. So I'm gonna spend a resource to put a thing on it. If there are 2 clues on the card, move all clues from it to your investigator and flip it. So I will instead. Boop, boop, I'm taking 2 clues.
Yeah.
From it, which go into my giant clue hoard, which is kind of fun. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. And we're going to open up the oven. Dexter manages to get the equipment working and takes a look. The front of the oven interior is blocked by a rough black surface, and it takes you a moment to understand what you're looking at. One of the Stygian creatures was trapped inside. Damn it, its head had frozen in position, squashed against the sealed door. Spawn a set-aside Stygian Rat at this location, place 2 horror on it, flip this card and place it in the victory display. God damn it.
So we spawn a hound.
We spawn a hound instead. Oh, here it is. And I'll get that out of here, but it goes in the victory display, which is feeling pretty good. I can take this because I have space, as it were.
Yeah, I could also take it, but
I think I can kind of just, well, not kill it, but I think I can deal with it in one shot, which might be good.
Yep.
I think I can try here. The hound springs forth from inside the oven. And I think, oh boy, we are going to try to quote unquote defeat it, which I know we can't do all at once, but we're going to try to defeat it and you know, knock it down. Dexter sort of recoils from the space, and then flipping his cape, he like pulls it aside, and out from under his cape, the green glowing razor we've seen so many times attached to his arm. It was a trick of the light, and now it is as sharp as a knife. Fight! Add your willpower to your skill value. This attack deals +2 damage if the enemy is non-elite, which will kill it, I put in quotation marks. So, 3 combat, 5 will, 1 grounded is 9 to 3. Let's do it. Crosshair, here we go.
Yep, 93 is pretty much. Yep.
Still good, but my gosh. Okay. Woo! So, it's inexorable, so the hound basically explodes in a brilliant ball of flame, and then the shadows begin to kind of reform, the little bits of onyx on the floor rolling together into a mass once more. I flipped it upside down to show that it will take 2 turns to ready, basically.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what we just said. Like, there should be the cry havoc, but I haven't figured out a good way to modify that. Release the dogs of war.
Yeah. Cry. Yeah. Wait,
Fire?
Cry fire, basically, yeah. What am I going to do last action here? Well, no, I know what I want. I want more money, so I'm going to take a resource. Very excitingly.
Cool.
That takes us to the end of the investigation phase. So, in the enemy phase, there's no connected hunters, because they're all exhausted.
And there's no 2 Stygians in the same place.
Right. Yes, true. But one thing that does happen... Oh, I'm experiencing a bit of lag today. That's a bit weird. Very unusual. So my apologies to those watching. The fire, however, is definitely going to burn our good friend... whoops. Whoa, jeez. Sorry, wrong thing. The anthropod. Poid.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah, the fire is dealing with it, but just it's much stronger than the flames for now, but it doesn't know how to get out. And then I think it's the upkeep phase, so we're gonna ready everything and whoops. Upkeep. And we'll ready this.
Oh yay.
Did you get something good?
Yeah.
Yes. How to get burned? Exactly, Rodertwy. This is my question as well. Oh, that's going to be really, 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 really good. Okay, as well. Sorry, not great, just exciting. Yes?
Just to check, but miskatonic allies don't count as allies.
Nope, they don't have
allies.
the little. They don't have the little symbol in the bottom right corner, so they don't take up the slot.
True. True.
Which is honestly great news.
So, I have space for one more.
Indeed. Okay. We know what we have to do, and what we have to do is bring our huge amounts of evidence up to the office and see what we can find. But first, it's 3 out of 10 Doom. You know what time it is. It's time for some encounter cards. I'm going to draw an encounter card. It's a fire! Fire! There's a fire at our location as well, which, you know, maybe we'll bother being here. Maybe we won't. I don't think we will, honestly.
Not. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
And you know that Stygian Anthropod that's on fire?
Yes, I've heard of it.
It's also here.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So Dexter, of course, having not seen anything that even looks like this, is just stumbles backwards. He's like absolutely horrified. What the hell is that? You know.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yes.
So a 4-on-4 test on that. Yeah, that's gonna fail.
What's the
Yeah,
skull? Skull
it's
is
gonna-
-4, right? Yeah. Blech.
So that's 1 damage, but Mandy can take it.
Bye, Mandy.
She's not dead.
Nah, she's fine.
Not 4 damage.
Oh,
one.
boom! Just explodes.
Actually, yeah, William can take it.
Okay. And then
He
this
can handle it.
creature is here. I mean, I don't have to. I was planning to evade it when we moved through, but I'm super happy if you want to take it instead. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I could.
I think I can evade it better than you.
Cool. I leave it to you. Yeah. If it doesn't get evaded, then I'll try to give us a hand as we move on.
Yep. So that's fine.
All right. Oh, it's here and it's out for blood. A classic. Yep.
I dealt with you once. I'll deal with you again. So, am I going to be using investment this turn? Probably not, because we need to move 2 spaces to get to the offices.
Yeah. Ideally, we'll just run all the way up to the offices, but we'll see if we're actually.
Also means that the Stygian anthropoid won't follow.
Yes, exactly. If we're 2 locations away, they can't hunt. Well, they can't. They won't hunt to us, which is excellent news. Whoops, we're out of music.
Okay.
There we go.
So, here we go again. 6-on-4.
Come on, buddy.
Evade the anthropoid. Oh.
That's good. Ooh. Okay.
Because now it's a 4-on-4.
Yeah. I have an icon to commit, but just the one. I don't know if it's that. I don't know how useful that is.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
not
something.
gonna be really useful. Because it'll only help if there's a -1.
Yes, that's true. And I think most of the bad stuff tokens are, what, 2 or 3, right? So yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point.
4-on-4. Let's try it. Pretty much the only thing I can do. Yep. 4-on-4.
There you go.
There it is. Jenny's luck comes through.
Yeah, oh, just all the stuff falls out of it.
Just kicking it into the corner again.
It makes this horrible sound as it slides into the corner.
I guess I leave.
Yep. We are getting out of here.
I will take a fire damage, but
I could try to put
Fine.
the fire out.
yeah, because you can leave. Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I could try.
Actually, before I leave,
What? What are you doing? Oh.
last action
Oh.
from the skylight in a heroic effort, Rio
Smash.
de Luca smashes into the room. Someone call for backup?
Yay.
Which gives me an extra action remove.
I mean, we'll take that for sure. Yep. So out of the fire and back into the fire.
Yeah.
Jenny
Just
runs
run.
with her cavalcade of allies, just like running after her. Incredible.
Yeah, definitely witness this team I have is called Havoc now.
I hope so. Well, Dexter
On
kind
to you.
of. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, on to you.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. Not yet, Happy Pliskins. We're getting there. I would say we've almost won. Basically, we've outmatched a couple zombies. So I think we're doing pretty well, honestly. And welcome to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Dexter watches, as Jenny kicks this horrible beast into the corner, and he's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna follow suit. As the oven bursts into flames, he's like, oh boy, the energy that he put into the hound kind of catches fire in this room, and he's gonna run into the next room. Here there is another fire in the generator. I'm gonna try to put this one out, just for us. Investigators at this location may evade this card as if it were an engaged enemy with an evade value of 2. So, I'm going to evade it with my mists. He's going to use the Mists of Rillier, the sort of trick that he's learned, as a sort of fire extinguisher, and just kind of shoot mist from his robed hands at the fire. I am evading, which is willpower 5, 6, 7 for grounded. I'm gonna commit watch this and commit all 3 resources in the hopes of getting more money. So this is 8 to whatever. Where am I at here? 8 to 2. Here we go. Cultist. Cultist is a success. So I have to put a horror on the nearest Stygian enemy, which I guess we could do the dog. That makes the most sense, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then we put out the fire. I have to discard a card from hand because I revealed a cultist, which really sucks, actually. But I will discard the Holy Rosary. But I will also move to a connecting location, and in the last room, I'm probably not going to advance the act here. This doesn't feel like a good idea. I'll probably wait for you.
I don't think you need to wait. Just... well, we can wait, because it's a free action.
It's
anyway,
true,
so...
right? I could try to get a clue here instead, and then just, maybe we'll be able to clear off this thing and get another victory. Who knows? Yeah. You know what? I'll await you coming into the offices, just in case it does something if we're both here. Dexter's going to use his sixth sense to try to see if there's any additional intel from the German forces here in the room. I'm investigating using willpower. I have 5 of it, 6 of it with grounded. Boop. Yep. So I'll take one more clue, and I got a lot of clues. Get a clue, loser. Get in, loser. We're getting clues.
I think I'm gonna cash in my investments soon, because...
I think it's getting there. What's the use of resources if you don't use them?
Yep.
Right? That takes us to the end of the investigation phase. Hooray!
Oh.
Yes. So that is going to happen at the end of the round, which is after upkeep. That doesn't really change anything, but,
Yeah.
We'll put a damage on each of them as well. That's good. Whoops. Because of the fire in the room.
Oh, true.
So nice. And then, I think it's upkeep, and then we'll do that thing, which is going to be really horrible.
Yay.
Disaster. I knew something bad was going to happen to me eventually.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. We're fine.
So, yeah. Basically, the doggo goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Which increases this to 7 horror. But also also the 1 damage, I think.
It doesn't. I'm just gonna look here. It's set aside all of the place horror tokens plus all of the horror tokens on the set aside enemies. So
Okay.
I think that just kind of goes away.
Yeah, it's only a 11 health Stygian anthropod.
You did that in your sleep last scenario.
Yeah.
I do agree with you that I don't like it, and I don't want it, and I'd rather it went away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be nice if it just went away.
Well, my hope is we're going to round the corner back to Mythos phase, and I'm just fingers crossed that we can actually deal with this thing at some point. We go to 4 out of 10 Doom. We're about to advance our next act, and like, fingers crossed again, hopefully that there's something, easy to do underneath.
Like resign.
Like resign, that would be so good. This is Caustic Blob. When your turn ends, if you're at a cold location, discard this card, otherwise take a damage. It really sucks, but I think I'm just going to have to deal with that for a while. Because we're unlikely... The cold location... Oh, actually, the North Tunnel's cold. Maybe I'll go in there. Well, we'll see. We'll see where we end up. I'll keep it for now. The blob is back.
My board is quite full.
Yes. Can we add another row down at the bottom? Thank you. Creators of the Tabletop Simulator.
Trackless Darkness. Nearest location without a copy of this card. This already has trackless, so...
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. No problem.
That's fine.
Incredible, Roger. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. I definitely have a move.
Yeah, I mean, you wanted to take your investments, you wanted to move, I don't know. I think it just says spend the clues at the office, so, yeah, I'm ready to do that whenever you want, basically.
Yeah, actually, you should probably do it.
Before you move?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take your action first.
Okay, cool. I will then. So, Dexter's rummaging around. Unless you want to be... Well, no, I don't know what's going to happen, so I suppose just in case it spawns something horrible there. Dexter is frantically searching the offices, but realize that he has... Indeed, he's already found quite a bit of information. Perhaps if he just sits down and sort of mentally maps it out, right? Act 5B, the tunnel entrance. The library is still full of records, but most of the binders are clogged with ice, and the paper inside reduced to an inseparable mass. Frozen onto the lid of a box in such a way as to leave it legible, you discover a record of flight inventories for the base's final week of operation, December 1933. At least 24 men, including Dr. Klaus Falken, one of the expedition leaders, made outbound flights during the 15th and 16th. Salvaged finds were brought back to the base, but all of the men and one of the planes never returned. All of the outbound flights list their destination as a site named Tunnel Entrance. Subsequently, on the 20th, there is a flurry of activity as the base is evacuated. No coordinates or other information that would allow you to locate this tunnel entrance are apparent from this record. You take a note of the flight numbers and times. Act 6A, more records! The tunnel entrance site must have been very important for Dr. Falcon to have led half the expedition there. You need to find a record of where exactly they went if you're going to follow them. Only investigators at the radio room may spend the requisite number of clues, 6 again, to advance. Crosshair and I were joking before the stream started, like, oh, we'll just do 2 every round, that's 16, I think so far we've spent 8.
14?
Right. Yeah, oh yeah, and then another, oh god, just horrible.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have enough clues now, which is too bad. But we can hopefully...
Yeah, I have 1.
Yes, and I have 3, so I can hopefully get a few more, and the radio room is... Of course, it's all the way over there, naturally.
Yeah. I do have 4 actions, so I can get there.
If you want to go that way.
Well, Well, I don't want to go down.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to try to clear this location off, actually, is what I'm going to do with my actions, because I think... this is a problem. Right. I am going to... I think Dexter's spent his time, sort of, again, as it described, looking through binders, transcribing notes, but there's something nagging at the back of his mind. It's the scraps of the Necronomicon that's been just in his mind, and he takes them out again to study them for a time before he's trying to avoid thinking about them, right? Like, maybe they have some sort of connection to what's been happening here. This is a really weird weakness, but I totally appreciate it. You have to use your free triggered action to play it, because while it's in your hand, you have less willpower. While it's in play, you also have less willpower. But, so next turn, I'm going to sacrifice it to get something else out, which will be nice.
Yeah.
However, I did that for free, so I'm going to investigate twice with the Sixth Sense and hopefully just get out of here. Let's do it. This is 2 to... I don't know. 4. I have 4 willpower. 5 because of grounded. That's a curse. 5 to 2. 3 to 2. Ooh, Elder Sign. Okay. Which is a success. A +2. You may return an asset from your play area to your hand. You know, Crosshair, I just don't think I'm going to do that. Come on. I will get the clue. Maybe I'll put the mists back because I can play it out again. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So the mists are going to come back and he's going to essentially recharge them. And then I'll draw a card. That's nice. Second action, I'm going to Sixth Sense again and try to get the other clue off this location. Cultist. -2 is still a success. I'm gonna have to put a horror on the nearest enemy, which I will choose the rat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll deal with the rat.
Okay. And I get a clue. I can get a clue from my location or from a connecting location. And I think I'm gonna take one off of... No, I'm going to take the one... Yeah, I could take one off the generator room.
Yeah, I'm not staying here.
And you're not going to stay there.
And there's no victory here.
That's true. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, I need to keep moving. So I'm going to take the last one off of the room that I'm in, the records room. The Sixth Sense is telling him now it is time to move on. So I'm going to move out back into the cold north tunnel. Where I will...
Resign.
Discard. I might honestly not resign next turn. I'm going to discard the caustic blob because I'm at a cold location all of a sudden. And that is me all done.
Okay.
You'll pass from the warm rooms into the cold rooms.
Action the first.
Hmm.
Jenny and her cavalcade of companions will be discussing some investments and how best to use them.
Hooray!
I'm just gonna drop these 9 investments.
That's pretty good, honestly.
So
we'll take that. Yeah, that's not bad.
That's 11.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna come into play this time, but I'm still gonna play it here because it's light outside and Jenny, well, we might know this already, but she is a bit of a symbol of power.
Ooh.
So Leo brought her trademark black fan.
Trademark.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
show of status and power.
That's nice. Get them resources.
Just hanging by her side. So yeah, that's the second action.
Delicious.
The third action is to move
Okay, seems good.
away from the people. And this one goes away. And then the last action. We use William Dyer to get to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seems good, honestly.
Get to 10.
Billy.
That means 1 health plus 1 sanity. Currently.
Well, the power of the Black Fan is not so much in what it is or what it represents, but perhaps the magic inside of it. I mean, look, it's your fan. You tell me what it does. I don't know.
Was that the last action? Yeah.
Yes.
Took resources, played the fan, move. Then William Dyer.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool.
This is still not a cold location, so that's... Or a dark location, for that matter, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So the fire continues to burn the thing, the anthropoid, which is, getting stronger by the moment. Perhaps the fire is in fact making it stronger. It's hard to say. But as we've said before, they seem to only hunt. They're drawn towards the light. So, since they're in the dark and since they're far away, they do not hunt. They stay ready to destroy us, as you will.
Yeah. That they do.
That they do. But we go back to Upkeep. Huh. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's good.
That's pretty good. Although I think time is starting to run a bit low, we'll try to get over there to the radio room ASAP and deal with the thing, because we're at
Continue.
5 out of 10 doom.
I hope that the 10 out of 10 doom isn't, because it could be each investigator is defeated.
Yes.
And I don't want that.
It absolutely could be, because that's often what happens on the back of agendas. But sometimes they're like, remove all doom from play and do a thing, or like you are forced to resign, or we just don't know.
Yeah.
But
I could also resign and leave.
Yes, which would keep you safe, right? That's true.
Yeah.
I am a little worried about my ability to do anything, but no, maybe not. We'll see.
When we get nearer to 10 doom, then I'll consider it.
That's it. Okay, here we go. This is less good. Out here in the now that we're back out of the warmth in the original northern tunnel in the hangar, cold once more. The equipment begins to frost over, which is actually really bad because I wanted to get rid of these occult scraps, but what are you gonna do? We'll see.
There's a free action to light up the place.
I might.
So you can do it.
Yeah, or in the hangar or somewhere. I'll do it somewhere. Yeah. Okay, but I'll wait for now. That's it. The equipment is frosting over.
Below 0.
Ooh.
Oh, it's not below 0 here, but okay.
Oh, right. No, this is because you're not below. We've talked about this, right? You can ignore the effect of it, but we're still going to test. Annoyingly.
Yeah. Okay. 4 on 3. Nope.
Okay.
Fight is a 4 on 3. There we go.
There you go. Yep. The strength to avoid the cold does it again. So, Jenny, what are you thinking?
I have to do a bit of math because 1, 2, 3, 4. to deal with. The rat, if it's defeated, it exhausts twice.
Doubly, that's right, yeah.
Then it comes back. Okay.
Yes, eventually, yeah.
And I could light up the place, but
Whoa.
also, why?
Yeah. It's a good question. I could potentially, I mean, I'm getting the sense that you want to defeat the, well, quote unquote, defeat the rat. I could also evade it and then move past it to the radio room. But again, that depends on what your mathing is looking like.
I was thinking, like, I'll just get rid of it, but we can't get rid of them, so... So, we need clues, and this place has victory, so... You know what we say to that.
Oh, we have clues. These are the lamps.
Oh, right. So I don't even need to do that.
I mean, I'm very happy for you to, well, there's no clues there, so I guess don't do it.
So we need to get to the radio room. That's it.
Yes. And together we have 6 clues.
True. And there's no easy clues along the way, so...
No.
I guess I'll move to the radio room.
Yeah.
Get past the rat anyway, so...
Yeah. If you want to go first and handle it, you can, or I can try to do the same, essentially, where I'll try to go first and deal with the thing, and we'll see what it does.
I'll do it. I think I can do it, because...
Oh, I'll do it.
First action. It's an easy mark.
Oh, sure.
As it is in the office.
Right, of course. Yeah, I think you got some easy marks here before as well, actually.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Mental trauma. Fine.
Not defeated though, right?
Yeah, mental trauma is fine.
It's not ideal. I do agree with you.
Because it also means that Thermos becomes stronger.
Yes, that's true. Who did we decide? Remember we were looking at that? The accursed follower. That's Izzy, right?
Yeah.
Discuss this? Yeah.
The echoes of her lost sister are becoming stronger in these underground tunnels, and every shadow reminds her of her past, and she's just so far away from home, and she still hasn't found Izzy anywhere. Okay. Next action. William Dyer.
Seems good.
Give me 2 resources. Thank you.
Give me those resources.
Means that I'm at 16 resources, which means...
Incredible.
Yep. Okay then. Because the black fan gives me an additional action.
Yeah. Seems like a good way to do it.
So... Move. Yep. Move. Yep.
It's now very cold and very dark.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm not gonna be drawing or playing anything, so... Eye of Jinn against the rat. Let's try to avoid it at 6 to 2. Nope.
Ooh.
No.
That's less ideal.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Well, I think, Dexter watches Jenny rush past, and I think he's gonna, so I'm gonna, ooh, is the timing of this gonna work? I think so. let's do it. I'm going to... I want to warm up one of these rooms.
Well, it's a free action, so I could have done it, but you could also.
No, I'm just trying to think if it's better to do the one that we're in or not. Yes, I think it is, right? Yeah, just in case we draw any more treacheries. Yeah, I think so.
True.
I think so. So I'm going to... Dexter's going to rush in behind and light the lamps and see Jenny maybe struggling with this horrible rat thing.
Yeah, Jenny and rats.
Jenny and rats, a classic, exactly. They're just, it's a really classic pairing, you know? The scraps of the Necronomicon are forgotten in all but an instant as... what am I going to play here? Yeah. As Dexter breathes life back into that sort of razor, that sort of knife that we saw before, but today it alights with flame. So I'm gonna, if you trust me, I'm gonna try to hit that Stygian Rat for you.
Go for it.
Go, just try not to. Yep, here we go. I'm gonna try to hit it. Oh boy. Oh, right, because yes, okay, that's fine. The frozen equipment doesn't affect us because we're in a warm room. So I'm gonna try to hit not you. I'm gonna try to hit the rat with this brand here. I'm gonna use will. I have 7 will with grounded. 7 to 2. Let's do it. That seems good to me. So I'm gonna spend 2 charges to deal it 2 damage, which will double exhaust it.
And reset the, I think.
Dexter kind of looks around at Jenny and is just like, gives her a salute. You know, we've got each other's back, he says, or something to that effect.
I'm sure.
And then, perhaps a bit foolishly, I think we're going to make last action. I think we're going to make another bargain.
Oh, yay.
Which should be interesting. I know you have Upkeep coming up.
So 2.
So 2
would be nice.
2 for you, 3 for me. Yeah, that sounds like a fair trade, right? And a couple curse tokens, because why not?
Why?
Dexter is feeling the power of his mystic abilities, and he is not going to let go of them. And that brings us to the end of the investigation phase. I'm just putting fire damage on the anthropoid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, eh? Yeah. So enemy phase, nothing hunts because we're not connected to anything that hunts, but upkeep, we ready everything, including half readying the rat.
Yeah. I always get this feeling, are we forgetting something that should screw us over? But...
Well, this is it. I mean, the answer is probably, but, you know, we do our best. We do our best with what we have.
Flip those 5 actions, and Black Fan goes to 20, which means that...
+1 to every skill is like, honestly, I think that's the best. Well, of course that's the best thing. That's generally very strong.
Currently 4, 5, 5, 5.
Excellent. Okay, so we'll do mythos, and then we both have to get to the radio room to try to do something in there. We'll see what we do. But we go to 6. Oh, yep, sorry.
I drew the best card that I have for this scenario.
Yay! I don't know what that is, but I'm very much looking forward to finding out.
I hope I don't have to play it.
You hope you don't have to play it. That doesn't say... Oh, I see. Dexter keeps finding these like bits of, you know, metal essentially, or gem, that continues to become ooze. Like, he's tricked basically every time. Once again,
Stop picking up those stones.
Stop that. I'm probably not going to be able to deal with this, so I might just have to take some damage, but, you know, we'll survive. That's me.
Oh, right, because we would have to shut down the lights, which
Yeah,
I could do.
Which we could, yeah, we could do that. It's not the
Because
worst thing.
the Stygian Rat wouldn't be able to follow us, but... Oh, right, but the electric lamps are on anyway.
Yeah. So I'd have to stay here, which doesn't feel good. I've got a good amount of health. I think I'm hoping we wrap up the scenario soon too, right? Like that we just kind of get to the radio room, spend the clues. I hope that's it. That's probably not it.
I do have plenty of actions, but first...
A classic.
Ready Stygian enemy in play with the highest fight value, that's 4. Test 4, where X is the terminal fight value. If you fail, take 1 horror and move to that enemy's location.
Woof.
Well, I do have 4, so... Let's see... Crystallizer can go...
Yeah, I can help. I wonder if you're gonna need it, but I can help if you want to pass this, which I would be good.
5 on 4. Actually gonna use perseverance on this.
Yeah, seems good.
7 on 4.
Okay.
And
ah,
that would get me to 8 on 4.
There's no... Oh, there is a -4 in the bag, and there's some curses, from what I remember.
And the tentacle.
Well, I mean, that's just... It is what it is. Oh, God.
7 on 4. So, if it's not a skull or a tentacle, then I'm fine. And a -4. Yeah. 7 on 4 is fine.
I could put us up higher, but I wonder if that's what we want to do.
I don't think we need it.
All right.
I'll just take it if it comes.
Yeah. I hope not, Jenny. I hope not. Oh. Oh.
That's it.
Oh, that was one of mine. I'm so sorry.
5.
Yeah.
5 on 4.
You incredible lucky duck. Look at you. Incredible. Just...
And let's just take one of those.
Honestly, unbelievable.
Cool.
Here's me pulling like -5s every turn. Not actually. That's I'm exaggerating, but well, it's background. One of us has to take a full turn and end in the radio room, and then the other has to come and we have to spend all our clues.
Full turn? What do you mean?
Well, we both have to go to the radio room to... or I could go and try to get the clues required to advance the act on my turn.
I can't get into the radio room. I have 5 actions.
It's more so... Sorry, what I mean is that like if you go first, then you have to spend your whole turn waiting for me. But if I go first, I have to wait for you, right?
I meant I could...
go
to the radio room... Go into the medical facility, deal with Izzy, and then come back.
There's
to the
a
radio
hound as well if you need to deal with
Yeah,
him.
that's the only thing that's cancelling it, because that's 1 action more. Oh, you're not ready.
What the heck? Yeah. Get ready, Mr. Dyer. So strange. Well, yeah, what say you? What say you, sir?
I don't need to fix the searching for Izzy. Like, I can take the mental trauma.
We might end up going that way. I don't know what's going to happen when we find the radio room, right? Or when we advance the act, we might have to go elsewhere, or we might just go back to resign. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, and should you try and go to the radio room and get the clue and then advance?
Yes, that sounds like a plan.
Because then I can do, well,
Oh, you can do a
whatever.
bunch of stuff, which might be useful. That's you know what, it's a good point. I like it. Dexter is going to, think for a moment and then just say, "Give me a moment. I think I know what we have to do." And he's going to set off. I'm going to go down to the radio room. In the radio room, I'm going to spend a free action to replace my Sixth Sense with a Divination, just because I think this is a bit better for getting multiple clues. While I'm here, I'm going to investigate. I'm using willpower, so I have +1 from the grounded is 7 to 3. And I'm going to try to get 2 clues. Who's ready? Here it comes. 7 to 3. Ooh, you love to see it. I'm going to return Brand of Cthulhu to my hand, and then I'm going to draw a card. Is that what that does? Yeah. Yes. Excellent. I'm going to spend 2 from Divination to discover 2 clues. Thank you for your patience, Crosshare. I feel like every one of my turns is just like, I'm going to do this, and this, and then for my next trick, I'm going to do...
Oh, no, worries, because you remember last
That's honestly
scenario.
fair. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I still have 1 action, and hopefully we'll see what it does. But I'm going to advance. I'm going to spend 6 clues and advance the act.
Yep.
So, again, using his divinatory Sixth Sense-y powers, I think Dexter's the one sort of driving the... Jenny's the one driving the, destruction of the changeling. Dexter's currently the one driving the, information that he's looking for. Act 6B, the statue. Stacks of neatly filed papers fill the radio room, but as in the library, most of them are illegible and useless. After some searching, you find a transcript that had fallen down beside a desk and frozen to the wall. December 7th. It details a radio conversation between Josef Bausmeyer, one of the expedition leaders, and the pilot of a reconnaissance flight. Ooh. The pilot reports discovering the statue, with the implication that they were specifically searching for it. The news is met with some excitement, followed by disappointment at the news that the statue is almost entirely buried in snow. The pilot also notes that in the rough vicinity of the statue, his radio did not function correctly. He was unable to make contact. No location for the statue is specified, damn it, in the transcript, and no indication is given of what the statue is, why the Germans would be looking for it, or indeed how a statue could exist in Antarctica in the first place. Act 7A.
Yeah.
God damn it. You still need to find something like a set of coordinates for the tunnel entrance site. Failing that, perhaps you could learn something more about the statue that was mentioned. Investigators in the barracks may spend 6 clues as a group to advance. I'm furious.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's rough. We're gonna discuss whether we're gonna actually try for this, Crosshair. I'm gonna just take my last action really quick. Because ooh, actually, maybe I'm not. I was going to try to get these last 2 clues, but instead I think I need to not be in this room so that the Stygian Hound doesn't come for me.
Yeah, I can handle the Hound.
It has Hunter. I don't want it to hunt
Now-
onto me because then it morphs into one of the batter guys. Which doesn't
I
feel so
can
good.
go and evade it.
Okay. What else are we doing
Oh.
here? Yeah.
Oh
but-
yeah, you can't move down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. And then there's a rat here as well, which is really annoying.
You could also turn off the lights
Yes.
and avoid the caustic blob, but
Yeah. Then the hound's gonna come for me. This is the thing. I'm gonna think out loud here. The hound's gonna hunt onto me. If it does a damage, it flips. It becomes the worse version, which feels really bad.
I still have a full turn, so I can go
Oh,
to the...
I see what you're saying. Yes, sorry. Oh, great. Okay, of course. Yeah, of course. My apologies. I'm going to spend my last 2 actions. I understand now. Yes, I'm going to try to get these last 2 clues because guess what? We need clues. Surprise. If we're going to try for this in the last 3 turns of the game, we're going to need clues. Yeah.
I just need 1 action to get out of here, so...
That's true. That's true. Just the one. Divination. Once again, we're going to see if we can divine the location of any further information in the barracks. I'm just going to investigate. It is 7 to 3. That's still good enough. I succeeded by 1, which is fine. I'm going to spend 2 charges to get 2 clues. And that is my turn, because I already used my ability this round. Yeah, that's that. Oh, and at the end, you're right, thank you. At the end of my turn, I am going to take a damage, which has to go on grounded, unfortunately.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's okay. It's not the worst.
Jenny. Action 1. Move. Action 2. By Dexter.
Hi, bye.
Action 3.
Mm-hmm.
Kick the Eye of Jen, which means it's a 6 on pre-avoid blade.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right.
5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Yes,
7
because of the
on
black
3.
fan. Yeah, of course, you're right.
7 on 3, evade.
Yeah, evaded. Hooray.
Go away.
Bye-bye.
And 2 actions left, so get rid of Izzy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good call.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Yeah, let's see if Izzy is in the medical facility, because medical records sister in the Antarctic makes sense.
Yeah. Well, maybe Jenny has reason to believe that she came down here perhaps on the previous expedition from America. Although, why? Who knows, but...
Yeah. Izzy was always a bit of a weird one.
That's one way of putting it.
So 2 actions, investigate, 5 on 3, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, 5 on 3, and yeah, Dario.
Hey, oh, sorry, Dario. Bye, Dario.
No room.
Nope, no room at the end.
6 on 3.
Very good.
There's the 0. And Jenny still doesn't know where her sister is, so...
Okay. Nothing doing. But at least now she knows that there's... I mean, it prevented some more sort of, damage, as it were, right? Which is no bad thing.
Yeah. She knows that she's not at the Antarctic, so...
Yeah!
Which was probably a reason why she came here, but she never told anyone.
I see how it is. Okay, so then in that case we pass... Oh, the enemy phase puts another fire damage on this thing. Just up to 5 out of 11 now, but whatever. And we go to Upkeep, where everything readies.
It might die before we get there.
That's true. The dog readies and engages you as well. Doggo.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's
fine.
And after the mythos phase, maybe we'll discuss how, if we feel we can get to the barracks, do the thing, move on, how we're going to do it. We'll see.
We might. We have time.
It's true. We go to 7 out of 10 Doom. And Dexter in the radio room thinking about how he's going to be able to find out more information about this mysterious statue, which he'll share information with Jenny about someday. But first, of course, it's below 0. I think I can ignore cold. Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I am still going to test as we have decided it goes. Test! That's 2 to 3. Sorry, I should have said. And then I'm going to test 3 to 3. Nope, but I'll pull that curse out of the bag. And that's a bad fail, but I'll take the curse out of the bag. No bad things, because we are not that cold. That's me.
Okay. It's a loathsome goal, but this might be a good thing also.
Oh, that is where we need to be, I guess.
Yeah, so it would save me a trip there, so...
That's one way of looking at it.
I can't boost it, so... It's 1 horror, and it's not the enemy turn, so I can evade it.
That's true, yeah, and that you have a bunch of actions to do so that, not bad at all, really.
Get some clues.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Let's try it.
3 on 4?
4 to 4, I think?
4 to 4, yeah. Go.
Better than nothing.
4.
Ooh.
Nah.
Yeah, less good.
Boink.
Right.
Does the Stygian Hound also come?
It moves with you, but it doesn't attack of opportunity or anything.
Yeah,
it stays with you.
So, more cards on my play area, thank you.
They're everywhere!
And 1 horror on... I'll take it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you have an extra damage and an extra health, right? Now, talk about tanky. It's back around to us. I'm going to spend my turn coming towards you and trying to get clues and getting in there so that we can try to solve this lickety-split. But, I'll let you take your turn first.
I need to... Yeah. I have a lot of stuff to avoid.
Yes.
So, might as well get to it.
Yeah. Yes, very true. The darknesses don't matter, at least.
Oh, but the trackless darkness... Should it be away anyway?
No, I think... What I remember is that you were in the generator room and placed it down there.
Oh,
and
true.
I don't think we've been back since.
Okay, so...
Whee!
First of Stygian Anthropod. I'm just gonna use this one on that. That's a 5, 4, 6, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, seems good.
7 on 4. Cool.
Yay!
That's a 0.
Okay.
0.
0. Oh. Ah, yes. That weird thing the board does.
Then the Hound is a... Well, that's just a 5 on 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's my second action.
Delicious.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, not bad.
I guess I'll evade the fire as well.
Yeah, take it out. Why not? You don't want to take extra damage for no reason. It's fair.
Yeah. 5 on 2.
I think you mean 27, whatever it is. Yeah, something.
27 to 2. I think I passed it.
I think so, yeah. That fire is out. I feel like you just kind of run by it and it goes out.
Yeah, in a flash motion. Like...
Yeah, basically.
And then I have 2 actions left. Greedy. I'm kind of greedy,
Yeah, if Yeah, yeah.
Do need the clues, so I should try and get the clues.
If you get the clues, I can meet you and we can advance. And then, well, we don't have to do it right away, but that could be cool, potentially.
Oh yeah, true.
Potentially.
So,
he said,
I'll
crossing
just-
his fingers.
That's a thing. So it's a 3-on-5 without anything.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, it's not impossible, as we've proven.
And I should get 2 clues, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't believe how many
Because then
clues
you
we
can-
need. Scenario is wild.
We need 6, so
Yeah.
if I get both the clues, then we can advance when you get here.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so investigate.
Investigate.
5-on-3, interesting enough. 6-on-3 with the lockpicks.
Which you're throwing, obviously, at the door.
Yeah, because that works.
Yeah, I think it does.
6-on-3.
Good, excellent commitment.
Yes.
Phew.
And then I just need to succeed in a 5-on-3. Let's pull that last 0.
Ah, shoot. That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's,
Almost.
yeah, almost. I mean, what? I mean, we're still only 1 away, right? That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I am going to... Yeah, I'm just gonna go to you. I'm gonna go to you and,
That's pretty much it.
yeah, I'll probably trade out my divination for something because I can do that freely. So I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna. Dexter's running to the barracks where he thinks he needs to be. Stops seeing the horrible monsters, and he's like, "Oh right, this room." You know, he's forgotten.
It's okay. I got it. I got
okay,
it.
Okay. I'm gonna discard.
we got it.
Divination. I'm gonna play showmanship because that feels like a good play here for free. With my ability to remove a card and play another card. I think that's the amount. I wish I had it earlier, but the amount of times I've been playing a thing and then like doing it right away seems pretty high. So that is. Oh, that's it. Oh, and I take a damage from the caustic blob.
Oh, right.
Too bad. So I'm gonna discard my grounded. Woohoo. That's okay. I still have some turns. Left. So that's it. Enemy phase.
Oh,
Ah,
this guy
yes, that's right.
combined, so
That's right. Let's do that. Yeah.
this goes up to 12.
It's so dumb.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah,
kind
just
of.
the one enemy, right? That's. Oh, sorry. I'll discard this. Wait. Oh, they leave play, right? They don't get discarded. Right. I knew that. Okay.
So it's a 16 health enemy, stronger than Blimp, but it only has 9 left. So okay.
Yeah. And it's gonna ready and engage one of us. Oh well, during we'll upkeep first, right? Whoop.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Ooh. You love to
Oh.
see it.
That's cool. That's actually really good.
Those funny things, eh? Cards are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna take this one.
So next turn we'll be able to advance, but the question remains whether the last thing is going to just say resign or if it's going to say something else. We shall.
It's probably gonna say go to the dog tunnels.
That honestly wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. But at least we're closer. And we're
Yeah.
going to find out, hey? We're at 8 out of 10 Doom, and we're going to start counting our actions very closely as we draw an encounter card. Ah! The nearest unengaged Stygian enemy, not at your location, which I think is the rat up there, moves to your location and engages you. Great. Test agility X. Ugh, if you fail, take a damage. Oh, well, I mean, that's that, I guess, right? Thank you. I mean, I'm just testing 2 to 2. I don't want to take a damage, so I am going to... Yes?
I was just thinking, Delilah is fast.
Yeah, I think that would do a damage.
Yeah, because it's not exhausted. Yeah, true. Never mind.
Wish it were. I mean, we could do that probably this turn. I'm still gonna try. Seeing the creature sort of scuttle in a really horrible way. Once again, Dexter's making this promise to himself. He's improving himself. He's gone down the rabbit hole. He's learned everything he needs to learn. I'm putting a curse in the bag, sorry. And I'm testing 6 to 2. That is, I believe, -4.
Yep.
Yay! So I will pass. I will not take a damage. But that's it, right? So it's still engaged with me. I have to deal with it. Okay.
What else we find?
What other horrible thought? Sure, of course. Oh,
Repugnant lurching.
There are none.
No enemies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we count the rat as engaging me.
No, but it's not unengaged, right? Like they're both.
No.
Yeah, I feel like the game is saying basically, oh, you've already got all of the enemies on the board. I think you're doing pretty bad. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's that.
Fine.
Fine. You know what? Fine.
I could. I have 5 actions, so
Indeed.
I can do pretty much anything.
We just need this last clue. We can advance, and then probably you're right. We're gonna go to the dog tunnels, and we'll figure it out. Maybe not. Maybe we're going back to the entrance. Who knows?
I could evade the Stygian and get a clue guaranteed.
I think that would be great.
Cool.
Yay!
So, first action. Jin doing that work again.
Do. Using the eye.
7 on 4 do I have? I still don't have any. So...
I might. Do I want to... Yeah, I can toss in if you would like.
Yeah, well, it would basically guarantee it.
I will do
Knock
so.
on wood.
This small, tiny gun in my clutch, then I'm not going to use this scenario. It's a very cool card, but I'm not going to use it.
You had a gun all this time?
Yeah, now it's a distraction. Yeet!
Yeah, just throws the gun at the Stygian.
Well, I'm out of bullets. What? Dexter.
We have to talk about how guns work. So, 8 on 4 and...
Sure.
Here we go again. Then, just to make sure that this works, spend 2, use the intel report.
Mwah, thank you. That's a good shout.
And then, straight up, use the
Shall
6
we?
clues.
Yeah, let's do it. You've still got a full You've got a full turn's worth of actions left.
Yep.
Act 7B. The final piece. Sorry, I should ask if you wanted to read this. I can read it as well if you prefer.
You go ahead.
The barracks are largely empty, but a few personal effects have been left here and there. You know, like a welded oven. Inside a locked metal trunk, you find a small notebook, free of ice, filled with haphazard notes and doodles. You skip past sketches of mountains and penguins, looking for anything of value. A curious picture depicts what appears to be an abstract or featureless human head protruding from the snow. You wonder if this could be the statue from the transcript. Flipping to the back of the book, you discover that the last page has a list of coordinates. The main camp, a smaller camp near the sea, several supply caches dotted around the continent, and the tunnel entrance. Meanwhile, the gasoline has finally run dry, and the electrical supply dies across the base. This is very bad. From atop the generator, a dark shape you had mistaken for a shadow reaches down. Searching for new sources of heat. Flip the generator. Remove all lamps from each electric lamp's location. That's okay. Naturally, we're on one, which is great. Oh, God, what the hell is that thing? We'll look at that momentarily.
Yeah, we don't have any lamps.
Yeah, it's particularly bad. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a fire treachery and attach it to the generator room. Shuffle the encounter deck if you searched it.
There's a discard.
Excellent. There's a fire. Okay. Act 8A. Oh, thank God. The final agenda. Shutdown. Whatever the BFE found, whatever it is the Anna Albe came here to recover, you have the coordinates. Time to go. The massive creature in the generator room emits a hideous wailing screech that you hear with your mind rather than your ears. Each Stygian enemy gains patrol, which I will just double check how that works. And it patrols to the Stygian abomination. When the scenario ends, if the Stygian abomination is at a cold location, place it in the victory display. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. Oh, that's interesting. Because it's looking for heat, right? So the fire is keeping it sort of alive, I guess.
This place doesn't have... Oh, it has oil lamps.
But the... Yeah, you're right. Look at that. Yeah, flip the generator. Remove all lamps from each electric lamp's location.
Yeah, but this generator room has oil lamps.
Okay, so if we wanted to get it to a cold location, we'd have to go in, put out the fire, take out the lamps. Which...
Yeah.
Maybe we want to do that. I don't know. We'll see. It's got victory 1. We can also just... Well, okay, sorry. Oh, yes, I did finish. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance.
And like I said, I need one action to resign.
Well, so there you go. The question is whether we want to... We
Yes.
have a ton, like, I mean a ton. I don't think I've ever seen more experience in a scenario other than maybe in Dream Eaters, which is very good for experience because it's short.
We could get one more from the abomination.
We could get one more. It's true.
So,
Yes.
what happens at the end of this round?
Great question.
The abomination does nothing.
Right, because it can't move. Patrol. Okay, so I'm just going to read this because all Stygian enemies, I think, gain patrol.
All one.
Oh, the one that's here. Oh, and the one on me, I guess. An enemy with the patrol keyword moves like a hunter, but rather than moving towards the closest investigator, it moves towards the location specified. There you go. So the exhausted enemy won't move because it's exhausted, but and my guy's engaged with me, so he also won't move. Okay, cool, that's fine. But everything else that would be on the board is like converging. It's just obviously there's nothing else there, so that's fine. Right. So it said if it's at a cold location when the scenario ends, we get victory from it. So we don't have to kill it. In fact, we can't because it's inexorable. But we'd have to go. Yeah, put out the fire, turn out the lamps.
Yeah, that's fine.
And evade it, right?
Yeah, first I'd need to evade it. Or you could evade it.
Yes.
Or you could put out the fire
Yes.
because I can evade it better.
Yeah, I still have my... Well, I have spells, which might be good.
Yeah. So, basically, what do you want me to do if we want to resign and get the victory from that?
Well, I have... Oh, you only... shoot. I was... if you had one more action. Because I'm thinking... Here was my thought, Crosshair, I'll tell you. Move in, evade the fire, take an attack to turn out the lights, and then resign. Just leave it in the dark. That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's doable.
I could wait for the next turn because then I could do it.
Do it all. It's true. You could also do half, and then I'll do the other half of. Oh no, but then I'm still around in the game, so then I'm in trouble potentially.
I could go in, evade it.
Yeah.
It's massive, so does it exhaust still?
I think it does. I think I think so. Here, I'm gonna find the massive keyword. Where was it? Massive is a keyword, blah blah blah. Exhausted enemy with the massive keyword is not considered engaged with any investigators.
So, yeah, basically the exhaust. Cool.
If you evade it, yes.
If I fail, I take the 3 horror, which I can take.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Like, if everything goes to hell, I go there, I fail to evade it, and I'm there. And then next turn I can resign.
The fire at least doesn't take an attack of opportunity, so at least, right, because it's like it's an enemy, so that's something you could do as well. I'm just as a thought, but I think evading the abomination would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, and it's only 1 damage from the fire that I can put, for example, on Buka.
Right. Oh, and also, sorry, I'm realizing as well now the treacheries, the dark treacheries at our location are active as well. Although it's just the trackless darkness, basically. That sucks, though. That kind
I
of...
could turn on the lights, move.
Yeah, because it's... Oh, no, we can't, because they're electric. And apparently you can't turn on electric lights. Oh, the generator's out. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's electric lamps. Yeah, true.
Well, we know we're going to want to get out of here.
So yeah, it's gonna take 2 actions to move, then I can try and evade it.
That would be cool, and then, you know, if you can, you can, and if you can't, just what it is.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright.
So, 2 actions, Jenny rushes into the fire with the...
What is that thing? Oh god.
Okay, gang, time to get its attention.
Whee!
That's a... Why?
Why are you doing this to me?
5 on 5. Yeah. Sounds about right. So, time to draw that 0.
Please.
Eh.
Yeah. Oh, no, there it was. Oh, shoot. Just behind the -1, right. Well, music's still playing. Very good. Okay. Well, I think rather than trying to fancy anything up for now, this should be interesting. Dexter is going to essentially use his magical powers of illusion to, this is a fast spell. When an enemy makes an attack of opportunity against you, spend a charge, cancel it. So I'm going to spend 2 actions to leave here, which takes out the trackless darkness. Whee! Obviously it brings this guy here, but I'll cancel the attack against me. And then I'm going to try to do as much as humanly possible.
Evade it.
Yes, yes. So I'm going to... free action. I'm going to trade my obfuscation for a blur. Whee! Which should be pretty good here, I think, because I have +2 to each of my skills, because I am a showman. So essentially, Dexter's running in and he's essentially blurring around 1, 2, 3, like he's moving so fast through the space. I'm going to evade. I'm using willpower. I get +2. +2 is 9. And then I'm going to take some extra actions, hopefully. So I'm going to try to evade the Stygian abomination. 9 to 5? 9 to 5.
5. Yeah.
Good.
Go.
Good. Okay, success. I'm going to spend 2 actions to give myself... 2 actions back. Thank you. And then I'm going to, I guess, try to deal with...
You could evade the rat.
Yes,
also.
I think that would be a good idea.
Well,
Yeah.
you can also take the damage, but
I think so. The caustic blob is kind of annoying, but it's not the worst. That's fine. It's really, I think it's okay at this point. So I'm going to... Oh, am I better off?
You can also leave after, like, evade the rat and leave.
Oh, and just move. It's right. And then you can hopefully deal with the remaining problems in the room.
Yeah, because I can leave without leaving.
Yes, you'll have a rat and a big beast on you is all. Just, you know.
Yeah, but resign, I think, is a instant action.
Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. It doesn't take, doesn't cost... But you'll have to turn off the lights and maybe deal with the fire and...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All that. Yeah, done. Okay, cool. So I'm going to attempt to evade with Blur again. Ooh, actually, Crosshair, I have a plan.
Ooh.
I mean, I just want to help a little bit, you know? I'm going to use Blur again, and I'm going to evade the Stygian Rat at 7 to 9 again? Until the end of the round you get +2, yep. It is evaded. And then, I'm going to spend the other charges from Blur to get 2 more actions. There you go. Now, I can't evade with Blur, so I can't deal with that, but I will turn off the lights. Right? Yeah. Just to, you know, may as well save something.
Yeah, darkness doesn't bother me anyway.
So I smash out the oil lamps on my way out, and then I'm going to move, and then I'm going to move again to the north tunnel. I can't resign this turn, but that's okay. I'm going to discard the blob. That was a lot of actions. Is that really right?
Oh.
Yeah.
The action to remove a lamp.
Oh, yes?
Is an action.
I did spend it. I promise.
Okay.
He has a cunning plan. That's right, Osab. I did. It was a lot of actions.
You moved twice.
Yes. Did I have... Oh, I only had... Sorry, I had 2 actions.
Yeah, you had
Thank
2
you.
actions.
Yep. So I will end my turn in the offices, which is still lit. So I'll take a damage from the thing instead. That's too bad. That's okay. That's not the worst.
Minor details.
Exactly. Okay, let's do this. Let's finish this. Enemy
Oh.
phase, nothing.
These
Upkeep.
are both Stygian, so the rat goes away and gives it to the abomination.
Aha! Yes, it does. It sucks it into itself. You're right. Oh, the fire goes off first, but I guess that doesn't really matter. Put a damage on the... Because the fire burns the thing, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'll just take one.
I'll just take one.
Or Leo is fighting with the fire.
Sure, naturally, yeah. But you're right, yeah, so we'll remove the rat and put 2 horror on the... God, so much. It's just so much.
Yes, so...
Mm-hmm. And, yeah. Okay, and then it's upkeep, and then I think we're moving into our last mythos, etc. phase. Self-destructive, that's fine. Dexter's feeling a little self-destructive today.
Oh, I so want to do this.
Oh, boy.
I drew something that's a bad idea.
Uh-huh.
But I so want to do this.
Well, we are at 9 out of 10 doom, so let's hope nothing else. I just need to walk and leave. That's all I need to do. Oh, yes?
Yeah, 9 of 10 doom. Yeah, last turn.
Last turn. Ah, and I drew a fire for my location. Naturally, of course, Dexter moved in with such speed that he actually set fire to part of the office. Or rather, maybe it's spreading behind him. He's like, ooh, and I'm just gonna get out of here, so no big deal.
Okay, yeah, we don't have to defeat the Stygian abomination because turn off the lights.
Put out the fire.
Yeah, and the lights are on. Oh, cool. Okay, so last encounter, I think.
I hope so.
Low 0.
Mm,
Uh,
frostbite less good.
5 book on 3.
Okay. Yep.
There we go.
Very good. Very good. 2 up. It's a nice place to be.
Yeah. You should probably first try and get out.
Oh, okay. Well, Dexter, he calls back over his shoulder to Jenny, like, "Can you get out, Jenny?" And he's already down the hall.
I'll find a way.
He hopes, he prays that you will. I am going to move and resign.
No.
Yep. I gotta flip my little guy over. Whee! Fight fire with ally?
Evading doesn't cause an attack of opportunity, right?
It doesn't because it says it's like an enemy, which is cool. I quite like that. Interesting design.
So... I'm not gonna kill that thing.
Aww.
Stop it.
It's probably for the best, honestly.
So... But in a dramatic way, she's gonna wield her twin 45s and evade this fire.
Oh my god, she shot the fire out. How did she do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you love it. Blew up some barrels around it so that it kind of goes out.
Let's just put the Eye of Jinn into it also.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. What are we at? What is this?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9...
10. I think from the...
10. But just throw cheat death in there also.
Who needs to cheat death?
Cheat death by shooting at the fire.
Okay, good. You know what? It's cheated.
Yeah. So Jenny runs through the fire and...
She's so cool.
disappears.
Jenny.
So Jenny runs through the fire and... Yeah. I do want to resign now. There's nothing else to do.
Yeah, may as well just get out of there.
Yep.
And I'm out of here pays off. As it always does. It's a good card. When it's a good card, you know.
Epically running through the fire to disappear into the complex somewhere.
Exactly. And Weirdness is correct. The fire is so intimidated, it's just gone. That brings us to the end of the scenario and to the resolution, which I will read, because it's been a long scenario. Oh, yes, sorry.
You should
Oh, we should advance the act. You're right, of course. Thank you. You never thought the bleak, lifeless, unending Antarctic wilderness could seem so welcoming. R2. Crosshair, we did it.
One doom away.
One doom. And that, honestly, that doesn't surprise me. Like, that's just how it's been going. But I am okay with it. With the coordinates in hand, you flee the BFE base and return to your aeroplane. Whatever this tunnel site is, it's close at hand now. You board the plane and set off in that direction. Record in your campaign log that we discovered the location of the tunnel entrance. Woohoo! I spelled that wrong.
Wait. Where am
Each investigator earns the victory X of each card in the victory display. And proceed to resolution 3. Do we want to talk about how many victory points that is?
Yeah, we did.
I'm gonna put that in
So
there.
the victory display has 5.
A good total, I would say. A pretty nice total.
Okay. And the board has 6. 7. 8.
9 as well, right? This one?
Right. 9.
Those aren't clues.
Yeah. So 5, 6, 8, 9.
Ooh-wee.
Plus,
Yes.
somebody has Karen's opal still, so I would like 11 experience, thank you.
I don't even know what I'm gonna spend it on. Nobody died and there's lots of victory points. Weirdness, I would consider this a thrilling success, but we'll talk about it as soon as I've read the resolution, which will be momentarily. Is it very long? It's quite long. Here we go. The site is a few hours' flight, almost directly south. On the journey, you discuss the Stygian creatures, and what you learned about them with Dyer. They are not, you agree, Shoggoths, although there is some faint resemblance in their elastic qualities. Though you're on the other side of the vast continent from Dyer's alien city, you can't shake the feeling they're related somehow. As for that thing that impersonated me, says Dyer, that one did uncannily resemble a Shoggoth in both its sheen and its movements. If they've learned to walk and act like men, what does that mean for our world? All the more reason to contain this threat at the source if we can. It seems we have 2 enemies. 3 if you include our erstwhile Anna Erba compatriots. I fear the Elder Ones and their slaves had reconciled after Boston, but the assassin on the ship seemed hostile still. Perhaps we can turn this enmity to our advantage somehow. Dyer reaches for his bulging pack and withdraws the huge mythos tome you spied there before. To your surprise, you realize it is the Necronomicon. This is obviously a big deal for Dexter, because he's been studying the Necronomicon. The very same translation that should be under careful guard in the Orne Library, the very same tome that led to the troubles in Dunwich not 10 years prior. I assumed we would need it, he says with forced ease, and then bends over to study it. Most of the rest of the fight passes in silence, but as a mountain range starts to rise ahead of you in the distance, Dyer suddenly begins reading from the cramped and barely legible text. I tell you of the elder things, the ancient clever, the godless. Ever are these impious wretches found in their temples. What use have the godless for temples? Not worshipping, never worshipping, but scheming and plotting to steal the primal white jelly that is the very children of the gods they hate. What? From Enki the gatekeeper, and from Tiamat the mother of 1,000 serpents, and from all the Anunnaki they steal, but theft will be their undoing. Oh my god. I tell you of Abzu, the original, the eternal, the undying. That vast and formless ocean which birthed forth Enki and Tiamat. O hellish day, when Abzu's eye falls upon the earth, the godless will bring it, the elder folly, into the black pit with the cavern rim. Carven rim, my apologies. How it longs, how it hungers. From within the nameless cylinder it watches with eyes of darkness. No vessel can contain it. It spills forth. Its waters cover the land, and all is darkness. You recall that ancient texts link Enki with Yog-Sothoth and Tiamat with Shub-Niggurath, but outside of Mesopotamian mythology, you cannot recall any other references to Abzu. You ponder the possible meaning of the prophecy. Is this what the aliens are plotting? To summon this Abzu? And then we will, next time, proceed to Interlude 4, or perhaps we'll skip it, we'll see, The Impossible Pit, because it's very long. And I'm going to say...
it's readable.
Oh, it's doable, for sure.
It has some check the campaign log stuff, so we should...
no, sorry, I don't mean skip it. I just mean skip it for the purposes of stream. But we'll see. We probably won't do that. I like reading. Crosshair, this brings us to the end of tonight's very exciting Doomed scenario. Would you say this scenario has been more exciting than last scenario? Do you feel like this scenario was more exciting than last, or not?
Yeah, I think this was an interesting one, because the lights didn't really come into play that much.
I tend to agree. I kind of, yeah. There's very little reason to have the lights off. Like, I get why, but it just, well, maybe the enemies didn't move on to us that much. They didn't build up that much. Maybe that was kind of it.
Yeah, we had lots of enemies, but then they combined and there were fewer enemies. We were close to like getting screwed over, but it was fun, but it could use some tuning, like
Yeah.
more playing with the dark and cold stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then the fire should probably spread.
Yeah, I thought of that as well. There's some other scenarios in sort of official campaigns where you have fire or flooding or whatever, and it exactly, or and breaches, and it like they spread each turn, and you have to contain them somehow. That seems like it would be a really fun mechanic here.
Yeah, and also I had 2 hypothermia and frozen equipment that it didn't bother me at all.
No, well, no, because you just didn't do those things when you were at cold locations, which was very rarely anyway.
Yeah.
So that,
Also, I technically could have ended on 34 resources, so...
if you really wanted to get down to it, you could have done so. It's true. Well, that brings us to the end of the scenario for tonight. I think it was a very exciting halfway marker. We're headed to the big nameless head statue in Antarctica. I don't know what that is, but it should be fun. Probably the city of the Elder Things eventually.
We got to delve too deep twice and survive.
Yep. Which will definitely take. I mean, look, 9 experience I think is excellent. 11, obviously, even better. No big deal. I'm gonna put mine to great experience, to great use rather.
Yeah, I'm not even quite sure. Well, I do have my side deck, which has lots of toys. So...
It's just a question of finding what those toys will replace, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't think 5 actions per turn is enough.
No, I want more. I want more actions per turn. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
9 actions per turn is possible. So.
That would be nice. That would be pretty sweet. Thank you all so much for joining us on Doomed today. I will just let you know, of course, there's streams throughout the week. Tomorrow on RPG Clinic at 5 p.m. We're going to be doing a one-shot RPG. Details to follow very soon if they're not already in the Discord. Join our Discord, because that's where we update all the stuff. Tuesday at 6 p.m., I'm going to obviously do my promo. Starting on this channel, we are starting something new. The Dr. Surgeon finished his unlife with a big explosive conclusion, which I won't get into. So Paul Prospero is going to be going on a date. Now, I don't want to say more. Oh, perfect, Osab. Excellent. So then there you go. Paul Prospero is going on a date, and that's kind of all I'm going to say, other than the fact that you all know Paul Prospero is a paranormal investigator, so what kind of date would he be going on? We're excited. There's streams throughout the week as well. Liz, John, RPG Clinic, Julian, the Coolian rather, and me, all through the week. Stay tuned to the Discord for the details. Any final words, Crosshair, as we call it off for today?
Not really. Jenny is apparently immortal, so...
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that, right? Immortality can really get you.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I guess just havoc forever.
Yeah, be safe, be well, all that stuff.
Yep. Thank you very much, everybody. I look forward to the next Doomed with great anticipation. And hopefully I'll see you on Tuesday on Paul Prospero's Paranormal Promance, which I will obviously think of a better name for. Have a good night! Bye!
Bye!